Like,
No. Let me give you context. She walked in. Can I speak to your master? The master ain't got time for listening to messengers with
yeah,
what.
yeah,
Who
yeah.
are you?
They deserve some of
They're
that.
like no. Then I'm afraid I have to tell this person to myself. You impertinent little child. Get out. Oh wait. What the
You
rules
have
of
to give me some
hospitality?
food or something
But
before.
like if I then feed her, then kick her out. And then I was like, I was waiting for the moment. I was thinking she was gonna show the demonstration of her skill right then. But once again, for a hothead, she showed a little bit of restraint. Like, you know what?
Yeah, that's
Let
why.
me eat. Let me
Yeah.
just. It's one of those
Mm.
moments where you snapped to the point where you take a deep breath. You know that. I don't know if it's ever happened where you just see that the character go like,
You're too pissed off, man.
and,
It's like Kevin Hart makes this joke that sometimes you're so pissed off that words don't even come out.
yeah, let me just eat.
What is up, everybody? This is Mr. Extraordinary back with yet another video. I'm not alone. This is Africa is Next podcast. So we're just gonna do a bit something a bit different, which is something I saw from Debello. This is me becoming the Sharingan. Using the Sharingan. So I just want people to introduce themselves. So let's start with Buckmeister with his sword over there.
It's a light. What is up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of, as he said, African Snacks Podcast. It's your boy Buckmeister Cool, twice the nice that you are used to, Shablemson. You can check me out on Meister Geek Media on YouTube and Buckmeister Cool Reacts on YouTube. You can also check me out on Buckmeister Cool on all of my social medias, from the TikTok to the Twitter to the Instagram, or X, I guess, whatever. And yeah, I'm here to talk about some Blue-Eyed Samurai.
Nice. Debello, hit the floor, mate.
Konnichiwa minasan. Watashi wa development desu ka? Hajime I
Senpai.
what?
That was good.
We don't have a
Kala
budget for
Senpai.
subtitles.
Omedeto!
All right, that's of you guys. I'm Devalakhala, co-host of the Netgasm podcast and host of the Geek Spot. Both are on my channel at KC Media. The links are down below or somewhere. My socials are my name and surname basically, so you can find me anywhere there. And yeah, like, comment, and subscribe. And I will not use my usual catchphrases in this channel. I've signed a gag order.
And over to you, Pila.
Yo, hi everyone. I'm Pila. I guess you can find me on everyone else's platforms. You can find me here on Africa's Next. You can find me on Nerdgasm. I will be there. Short and sweet.
All right, cool, man. So yeah, guys, we're just taking a break from Bleach. We've been doing Bleach for a while.
No. Tell them the truth. Tell them the truth.
This is the filler
Yes,
episode.
it's a filler.
Yeah.
No, I want you to feel it. Do you feel frustrated? Do you feel
Just
like you're supposed, right in the middle of it, supposed to think,
Bleach for real. After Ichigo defeats Grimjo, this is what happened. So yeah,
I feel the
We're
frustration.
back in Karakura town.
Yeah. Let
Nobody
that.
knows what's
Yeah,
happening.
yeah. Now you can relate. We want to
I
give
mean-
an authentic Bleach experience.
yeah.
Now that you felt it, thank you.
But we're still gonna give you some sword fights, so
You know?
it's not that bad. So anyway, so we want to talk about a series that came out recently on Netflix. It's called Blue-Eyed Samurai. So yeah, we're just gonna be talking about the first two episodes, and
Do you guys think we should finish this though? Because I mean, it's only 8 episodes.
Yeah.
So I feel like you can do it in. I mean, we'll figure that out. We'll figure it out.
I
Yeah,
think
I mean,
we'll give it the Kizazimoto treatment. I think.
Okay.
Yeah, this
I
can
think we'll do
be
the same with
the initial half, and then I guess
Yeah.
we'll talk about the entire series when we're all caught up.
yeah.
Because
So-
I'll tell you now, from me who finished the show, I think that what's this? Okay. I don't know how I'm gonna phrase it. Let's just get into the episode, and then
Spoiler.
I'll talk to you guys later.
I
I won't
can-
spoil it. I'll do my review. I'll do my reviews how I used to do my reviews.
All right, Len.
Just to remind me, sorry, because I was, it's Netflix, so it just jumps to the next. Episode 2 is up to where?
The Four Fangs.
Yeah.
The Four Fangs. Okay, cool.
The Four Fangs. And then
Wait, do they just get sent in episode 2? Is it
No,
just
no,
them
no, no.
Oh,
They-
she
they-
fights
they-
them in
she-
she fights
she-
them in episode. Oh, okay, she fights them in episode 2.
at the end of the episode. Yeah, so
Yeah. Shout out to her being superhuman.
I just have a question for you guys. What were your initial thoughts when you saw this trailer or you saw this on Netflix?
I didn't see a trailer. I just heard a bunch of people that I know on Twitter like it. So I was like, let me check this out. And yeah, that's kind of how I got into the show.
Oh, I see. Okay.
I
And
learned
you
it from you guys.
Oh,
Like I was like, what, blue-eyed what? Pluto who? I was busy minding my own business, watching Justice League. Like going back, my nostalgia feels like the good old days. Like life was so much easier back then. And then hey, Blue-eyed Samurai. Okay, let me just see this. So
right. Okay, no problem.
I got it from YouTube. There was like a lot of promo on YouTube for this. There was like a lot of behind the scenes. I think they even put up the entire first episode on YouTube.
Wow.
Oh,
I think I think Netflix is pushing this. Maybe it's a franchise they want to make into something big.
cultural appropriation. Yeah, do it.
Unless if it bought, because I remember with Cobra Kai when it came out, the first 2 episodes were on YouTube, and then the other episodes were on YouTube Red, if you remember. Then Netflix bought the IP and started premiering like all the other seasons on Netflix. So
I mean, I don't know how long they're going to be able to stretch this story for if they want to make it like a long-standing IP. That, like, in my opinion, if they try and do that, it's going to be a mistake because this thing, it doesn't have a lot of juice to be for a long time.
It's giving Afro Samurai. You can't just say there's an Afro Samurai season 5.
Yeah.
You know?
Afro Samurai could have benefited from a longer season though. Like 5 episodes was not enough for that story. But like at the same time, it didn't need. It's not like it needs 3 seasons to tell that story.
No.
Yeah,
there seems to be like a template of sorts of these lonely samurai warriors who have a foil character following them around, and they are out for revenge or they have a specific mission. I mean, we've seen this, like you guys have mentioned now, Afro Samurai. We've also seen this in Blood. Is it Blood D Lust? No, not Blood D Lust. What was it again? With the half vampire guy. You guys know it? Vampire D Lust.
Huh? Is it? I don't know. There's the half vampire guy, but he didn't have.
It's not. I'm thinking Blood plus something.
It was on his hand though. The body was basically on his hand, if you remember. And there was that chick, the blonde-haired chick.
Okay, I don't think I've seen this one. But I mean, it's in a lot of samurai literature. There's a lot of like Ronin or whatever, which was adapted by Frank Miller. Also has this thing where it's a lone Ronin samurai and a cub, and all of those things. I mean, basically, and Ronin was, I think it was like I don't know if it was the impetus, but I think it helped influence the creation of Samurai Jack. So this whole thing of a lone warrior on a journey type thing. I mean, it's not even like it's specific to samurai, but like there's a lot of samurai stories like that. So that's like, I think to me, this is a very generic premise, but that's not a bad thing. I think that's not where the criticism for me comes from. I'm like, yeah, I don't mind the generic, okay, we got to get here type of storyline. One thing I'll say is, fam, she's mad.
I also like that they included an Asian cast for this. Like it's actually Asian voices, that are voicing some of these characters. For instance, the buddy, the guy with the chef, I think he's a chef.
Oh, the dude with the stubs, yeah.
Yeah, he's voiced by the guy who played Hiro Nakamura in Heroes. What's his name again? Yeah, and then you have Brenda Song who plays the lady who's supposed to get married by that guy who got his hair chopped off.
Oh, what's Akemi?
Tigan.
Yeah, Akemi.
I legitimately was so disappointed that he survived.
She couldn't kill him. She wasn't there to.
Why not?
Yeah, he's the Sasuke of the story, dude.
No,
No, it's not even that he's the Sasuke. It's just that if she did that, now she would have schools of samurai having to chase her down. That's already going to make whatever her mission is.
This happened in the second episode?
first.
Oh no, this happens in the first episode. But I'm saying she couldn't kill him because she had to. Because if she did, then it's going to be a mission of every samurai in that region or whatever has to hunt her down, and they have to start sending resources and things. And already she has to kill so many people already. So she was just prioritizing, how do I make this less efficient for me? Because she was there for a particular thing. She wasn't there to kill the samurai.
Then I would have blinded him.
Could we say that?
But then you get the same problem, Tebelo. She was trying to be practical.
He's still alive, isn't he?
Yeah, but then you've dishonored his house. Now they have.
He was already dishonored.
Okay,
Yeah,
guys.
no, he was dishonored alone, but he has to get the honor alone. It's not like it involves the school. If you disable him as a samurai, then it involves the school because now you've insulted the entire.
How many
school.
blind swordsmen are there out there? I thought it would have been a nice counter weave. You know, he learns the value of seeing people from the inside, not judging people by his appearance, and then he learns to find his own inner strength that way. I thought it would be a nice counter story, like, you know.
They're not trying to do that in this story, my guy.
There's like too many blind samurais. No.
Sorry, Mr. Extraordinary, you said?
I just wanted us to just at least touch a bit on what the story is about, in case there's someone who doesn't watch the show at all, just to have an idea.
Okay, cool. Go ahead. Oh, should I go ahead or do you want to take it?
Please go ahead.
Okay, so basically, Mizu over here is born in a time when Japan has closed their borders. So apparently, in the olden days, Japan was hella racist. I mean, they like.
Okay. I guess. Do you know about the Japanese history? Should I?
Some of it, but you can give us some context if you like.
Okay, there was a very chaotic, very dangerous time called the Warring States period. That's where you hear many of the famous names like Hattori Hanzos and things like that. They come from that period of time.
What's the name of the period?
It's basically, they just call it the Warring States period.
Was it before the Edo or after?
It was before.
Okay.
Because after it actually led to the formation of the Edo period. So that's why you see other names like the Tokugawa clan and how it rose to prominence and stuff like that through that period. And because of that whole chaotic bloodletting, the shogun who won in the end, I forgot his name. Don't come at me. He instilled certain rules that prohibited a whole lot of movement.
Right.
That's why you even see here that people who are traveling need to have a pass, basically.
Yes.
But then people who can travel, I need to be of a certain class. So if you're a farmer, guess what? Yes, if you are born in Order lands, you're going to be a farmer in Order lands until the day you die. You have to be merchants and upwards.
Also, you have to be a male or something.
Yeah, you have to be a male, of course. What is this woman going to be doing?
So the trade also played a part in this.
So trade, because of a whole lot of people think that the Warring State periods was all samurai swords and spears, when in fact they had a heck of a lot of muskets. In fact, at that period of time, there were more other arquebuses in Japan than there were in Europe.
There were more what?
Guns.
Oh, okay. Yes, okay.
I mean, yeah, that's so that's like the impetus of the story is that Mizu's trying to track down this gun trader, right. And so she's born in a time where Japan is hella racist, and I mean, when you consider the history and you're just like, yeah, they have beef with white people, you're like,
they have beef. You see, there's a major difference between. It's not just racism. It's basically a Puritan society. Their ideology is to keep the Japan, quote unquote, the Holy Lands pure. And now, if this white person is busy fornicating in your lands and breeding, he's spawning monsters in their eyes. It's not necessarily creating humans.
Yes. Yeah, I mean, I see that as well, but I still view it more as the racism because racism, maybe that's not the term. But I view it as they have a strong prejudice due to the things that I mean, because
Yeah.
this series also it justifies them closing the borders. You don't get
Right.
to the end of the series and you're just like, maybe Japan should have opened up. No, 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 no. Like you'll get to
Yeah.
it when you get to it, but no. And it's just like you do feel for Mizu though, because when you go through some of her story and I'll tell you now, the backstory does get deeper with her. Like they do get into other things and it does expand and get a lot larger, especially with her character. Like this show, I will definitely give it this. It definitely does give you Mizu in three dimensions.
Yes.
You don't just get her in one dimension
She's
and
not a
all of that
flat.
stuff.
She's not a flat character.
No. She's
Yeah,
not a
but
flat character. In fact, I will say she gets better as the story progresses.
Right. So is this is a revenge plot basically?
Yeah, but yeah, basically, what's this? So she wants revenge on her father for her miserable life. She does not know who her father is yet. And apparently, when we're introduced to the story, she's already killed one of the, because apparently there's like 4 white dudes in all of Japan. She's already killed one of them, so she's tracking down the other 3. And that's where we are in the story.
Because according to her, one of them should be her dad. That's why she wants
yeah,
to kill
so
all of them.
Yeah.
equal
Yeah.
equal opportunity matters. It's like
Okay.
Yeah.
you and I what I like, okay, I like that it's not just like the cut and dry, you killed my mother, so I'm gonna kill you.
Right.
It's basically a revenge on her miserable existence. This is the ultimate. It's different enough to make it apply as a revenge story, but not the same run up the mill
But
revenge
I
story.
am Montego Montoya. You've
Yeah.
killed my
I killed the
father.
mother?
Prepare to die.
Didn't the dad kill the mother? Or am I
One of them, yes.
Yeah. No, I wanted to just say that it's. I don't think she ever do we. Okay, I'll find out later whether she has memories of her mom or anything like that. All I know is her mom was taken advantage of, and her existence is a sin. And all I see from the story so far is that she's really doesn't want to. She really doesn't like her existence so much so she demands vengeance.
Not so
Right.
much that she hates her existence, but she hates how everybody treated her, and that created
Yeah.
a
No, I
miserable
mean
place.
it's twofold.
But
It's
yeah.
twofold because if you look at the way she talks about herself, like especially when you spend time with the blind guy or
Yeah.
whatever, you see she does have a lot of self-loathing, but
True.
she's more mad at the fact that like what's this that she has to go through this thing rather than like it's not just her mom and her being self-loathing as well. It is a thing of this dude brought me into this world and he left me here and he made me go through these horrible things. How dare
Yeah.
you?
Yeah, I feel you. I mean, it's basically it's like it's Kill Bill in Japan.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Afro Samurai because it's a whole
Yeah.
revenge plot and a bit
But
of
Afro had more of a direct line, and it was also more about the cycle in Afro. This one feels more about like it's like in Afro, it felt more about the numbers as well. Like Afro wanted the headband as well.
Yeah.
Like Justice was like, yeah, that's great. But also he wanted the headband.
Yeah.
Whereas this, she doesn't really gain anything at the end of I mean, Afro didn't gain anything at the end of it because I'm sick of hearing about that headband. It's just a piece of cloth. Anyone can make it.
Yeah, that's the other thing is that is that cloth imperishable? Can nobody fake it?
Well, I don't know.
It
The
looks
series
cool.
implies that you wouldn't want to fake it because of how many people would come after you.
No, the number one headband, only the
No,
number two can go after you. That's the rules.
no,
Yeah,
they
that's
don't.
why
They don't follow
I
that in
like the
Afro
headband
Samurai.
too.
So many people attacked him when he was number 1.
No, because he put away his headband.
No, he
He's like,
didn't put it away.
yay!
No, he didn't put it away. Like if you check, okay, slight tangent, guys. You know how we do. If you check the movie, the Afro Samurai movie, right?
Yes.
He gets attacked on the bridge by like a whole army, and that's when he was the number 1. So
Isn't that a flashback though?
yeah, it's a flashback, but it's the fact that they attacked him when he was the number 1. You were
No,
not
isn't
the
that a
first.
flashback to him when he's number 2?
No. If you look at the headband, it's the number 1 headband. He doesn't have the number 2.
I'm gonna have to rewatch that. Okay.
I'll also have to check it, but I remember it being the number one because I remember there's like the reason they say only the number two can do it is because only the number two would have the skills necessary. Anyone else who would try and attack the number one, it would end up the way it ends up usually.
Because the reason I have to ask this is that why then would Afro Samurai have to go all the way to go kill that poor number two to get his handbag back so that he can go challenge the new number one in that same movie?
Because the honor of the whole thing is that Afro had to prove he had the skills again. If he doesn't have the number two, it's very likely that he won't be able to kill the number one. Again, this is about pieces of cloth. Don't look for too much logic.
Well, okay. And back to our regularly scheduled
Back to the
programming.
Asian samurai.
clearly-
Let's leave the black samurai for another day.
Clearly, we need to have a discussion about Afro Samurai. But basically, I was just saying there's certain similarities between this character and some of the characters that we've
No,
been.
she's way more emotional than Afro. Afro is like kind of until you see his father.
Yeah.
Or like you get to see breaks in the armor during the Afro Samurai movie. But for the most part, Afro, he's able to switch off his emotions very easily. Mizu doesn't do that.
I'm assuming she's wearing glasses so that she can hide her eyes, right?
Yes, that's the whole point. But I'm saying like that's the thing. If somebody was mocking Afro because he was a black dude, it would not affect him in the slightest.
Yeah.
He'd kill you and move on with his day. Whereas Mizu will make it a personal mission if you say something about her eyes.
Sure. No, I just meant in terms of like being like it being a revenge plot.
Oh, okay. No, I see that.
Yes. Character design wise, she kind of reminds me of Jin from Samurai Champloo, but at the same time, I guess her weight works to advantage because people assume that she's a guy, you know. And I sort of called it, usually if this was in Japanese, I would have been like, okay, this is that type of situation where we have a Naruto or a Goku, or a Luffy. But when she went to the red light district and then the women wanted to touch her and she didn't want, I was like, this one.
No, I knew it from the voice. I knew it from the voice actress. I was like, this is a woman. I can tell.
That's why I'm saying if it was Japanese, because sometimes in Japanese they have women who voice male roles.
And on that note, okay, yeah, maybe I'm the last person to speak, but oh god, whenever I see titties and boobs in animation, it makes me feel so weird. It's like, ew. Ew.
Hey, to be fair, we got a lot of peen. There was
a lot. Same WhatsApp group. Good luck, too. It's a drawing.
Yeah, this is not.
There were
this is not a kid-friendly anime at all.
Definitely not.
Oh no!
Look at the Bellows wallpaper and tell me they were aiming for kid-friendly. Like,
yeah,
this thing advertised itself from the jump because even in the trailer, I think they cut fingers.
What are you talking about? That image, Mr. Story's image, is typical shonen. This is Kenshin. Tell me I'm wrong.
Yeah, I'm saying, but like even if you say typical shonen, like I mean typical shonen, I see what they do. I kind of understand it where they imply the violence more often than not. Like they'll show you a shot of a hand, but it'll be like obscured to the center or the side. It's only the more graphic animes where you actually will get to see the hand like flopping on the floor and all of that stuff. So I think with this, they've been very explicit with the violence. They were just like, yeah, no, if you ever think your kid can watch this.
What is Fist of the North Star? Is it shonen or is it seinen?
It's shonen. It's still shonen.
With all that blood?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, they were less. They added rules as the times went on. Like in the 80s, there was a lot of wild stuff. Like I remember seeing a clip. I don't even know where it's from, but they were playing this hero music, and it's this chick in a golden bikini with a sword, and she's just killing these soldiers in some of the most violent ways possible. And you just hear this hero music like it's Link in the background on a journey. You just hear dun 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 dun, dun and you just it's like this is confusing.
Right.
Okay, so my big issue was just that just too much Beans. What was the language? It's what?
I think you called it butts and ball. What? Butts and ball?
Balls, beans, and buns. There you go.
Yeah.
Nah.
Well, get ready for more of that as you continue.
Ew. I just was forward. I am entirely when I'm watching. Whenever I watch anything animated, I revert back to being a 6-year-old kid. So every time I see that,
I guess if this was not picked up by
my innocence, no.
if this wasn't picked up by Netflix, it probably would have been picked up by Adult Swim, I'm assuming.
It certainly would have.
I don't think so.
This also goes back to the debate. Is this anime?
Yeah, I would. Well, again, anime.
Okay,
anime is Japanese for animation. Like, let's just say.
Okay, I hear you there, but like, you know what I mean.
Yeah, but now what you're debating is you're debating cultural sensibilities. I think style-wise, it takes a lot of anime influence, but there's a lot of Western sensibilities in this thing.
Yeah, I mean,
you are being Joe Biden. You know exactly what I mean.
I'm not being Joe Biden.
You know exactly what I mean. I'm trying to political correctness. Is this anime? I just heard. I know what you're doing.
Senators,
it's about sensibilities. It's
anime
is animation in Japanese.
It is.
No, you know exactly what I mean.
On a point of order, honorable members.
Let me just share my screen quickly.
Let me give you a very simple answer. Oh, okay.
I just wanted to, so basically he's the writer, him and his wife wrote this show, Michael Green.
And that answers my question. Thank you.
Yes. Yes.
But it's a good show.
Anime can only be in Japan. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
That's my answer.
Yes, it
is.
is.
It has to.
It's the same thing with Castlevania. We don't have this. Nobody confuses Castlevania. It's a really nice animated show.
Or Avatar, right?
Or Avatar.
No, but there's
Samurai Jack.
There's arguments for that because of the anime influence and the anime influence in Samurai Jack. There's a lot of
anime.
I think to maybe add on to what Buckmaster's saying. So basically, these people, what they do is they come up with a storyline. They do the storyboarding. They do animatics, but then they take they outsource animation from Japan or Korea. So you find that Avatar: The Last Airbender, for instance, I know with The Legend of Korra, it was done by Studio MIR. I don't know if it's Studio MIR or whatever. That's a Japanese studio. The Boondocks as well. We might not consider it to be anime, but it was animated.
But I'm saying when you talk about anime, right? Tangent again, audience. You know how we do.
I know this is not a tangent. This is very important discussion.
When we talk about anime, right? When we talk about anime, if we look at the way jokes are made, and like this is across the board. If you look at the way Oda does a joke, to the way that Masashi does a joke, to the way that Akira did jokes, and all of that stuff, you will find there is similar sensibilities because that is the Japanese humor. Like if you look at the way they set up their towns and the town structure, that's based on Japan's structure and all of those things. If you look at the interactions, Kurosaki-kun and Sasuke-kun and Naruto-chan and Ba-chan and all of that stuff, that's all Japanese culture, essentially. Like if you were to take that animation style, for example, perfect example, Kizazimoto, right? Kuzi, Spirit Racer. That looks a lot like somebody said Studio Trigger, Kill la Kill, all of that stuff. That stuff looks hardcore anime. Like if you look at it, you look at the character designs, you look at the shape language, a lot of that stuff looks like anime. I mean, even to the point where Mkuzi does this racing thing and then his face goes all big and you see nothing but teeth. I've seen that shot in anime all the time.
It's kind of like Kuli Kuli as well, right? Or am I?
I guess so. But the point is that if you look at that and that style and everything, but then if you look at the way they did the jokes, if you look at the way they did Imalapo, Zobamba, all of that stuff, right? And also, the clapping of the hands and all of that stuff. That's South African culture. Those are South Africanisms that are unique to us. Right. But if you look at the style of the short, it is very much influenced by that anime. So if we want to say anime, we should be talking about the culture behind the animation rather than the style of animation, because the way people draw is the same way people draw. The same way people construct in Japan is the same way people construct in America or here or whatever. Drawing is drawing.
Look,
But if we're talking about it, I would, if you're talking about the Japanese culture in this thing, I would say it's not. Then we could say this is a Western animation with anime influence, if that's what you want to classify it as. But in terms of it being an anime, then if that's what you mean, yeah, okay. It's a Western animation with anime influence, if that's what you mean. But I'm just saying, okay.
No, please go ahead. I'll come after you.
All right. Anyway, all I'm saying is that like don't box it too much, because that's what makes it difficult for other people outside of Japan to kind of get into this thing. Like you've got people here that love the anime style, but they're not going to be able to do that stuff that Masashi and Oda do when they tell jokes, because it will feel weird.
I just want to preface this with two things. Number one, it looks ridiculous. I'm an African person who's gatekeeping what is anime and what isn't anime. But like optics aside. Right. Number two, I'm also aware that the rules of what happens in studios have changed a lot. I mean, there's a lot of outsourcing. I mean, I think Boruto, a lot of the animation was outsourced to French animation studios. And like, you know what I mean? So there's a whole lot more globalized world, right? But you said it perfectly. This is a anime influenced Western series. I would not group this in anime, but it's really well made. I wouldn't say, you know what I mean? Like, it's not the Drake of anime. You know what I mean?
I think something that I actually wanted, the more you guys were talking, I started thinking about, even with live action, when you look at a film like Rush Hour, you wouldn't really consider that a Hong Kong show brothers thing, but it has a lot of Asian influence in it, with the kung fu and sort of like
really? The moment you just see Jackie Chan, it's automatic. It's like, are you telling me Jackie Chan has acted in your mind, in the minds of people watching, that is, Jackie Chan has appeared in a non-Asian Asian movie?
I mean, even Rumble in the Bronx.
And Rush Hour.
Like even Rumble in the Bronx, Rumble in the Bronx doesn't give you, like, there's a lot of kung fu in it, but you're not. It doesn't feel like an Ip Man. Like Ip Man feels like a Chinese production, whereas Rumble in the Bronx, it just feels like it's an American company using the talents of Jackie Chan.
Yes,
I guess that's what. But the only thing is that the reason you have to be careful with that is that these things are for marketing. Right. Like the term anime is for marketing. When I say this is an anime, like people automatically want to go, okay, it's got to have this and this and this. I usually like this and this and this. I think check it out. I mean,
we should pose this question to the TikTok viewers, to the
Instagram
stuff.
I mean, I'll say this.
Let me just ask. Let's ask the viewers. What criteria does an animation production have to meet to be qualified as an anime in your mind? I really want to know, because it's the more things go into the future, the more nuanced this title anime is going to become. And that's the reality we all have to come to terms with.
Well, I just wanted to say this before we wrap up on this particular thing and get back to the show. It's just that there was a video by White Manga, and you guys know him as well.
Yes,
and it's also actually. Yes, and there was a video that he was doing where he was compiling this thing together, and this Japanese journalist was just saying that the term anime it's just a thing for marketing. Like when Japanese are talking about Western cartoons, they classify them as Western anime. So the whole thing is like, if like it's nice to have the debate, it's nice to have the thing, but people get way too wrapped up in all of these terms and all of that stuff.
It also brings up to the question, so what defines a manga?
Yeah.
What defines a comic?
Yeah, it's like that whole thing. Even White Manga spoke about that in one of his YouTube videos, that manga is basically comics made in Japan. It's like the whole thing of us making it manfra or manhwa, or it's like, or even Afro manga. It's basically comics. At the end of the day, it's comic books.
Yeah, I'm saying those things are necessary for marketing. Like they're necessary. It's just, if you're talking of like what people want to debate is the core of the thing. If we look at an anime and we look at something like Blue-Eyed Samurai, the process is the same. It's just that the culture is different. But at the end of the day, if you want to say that this is it would be right to say that Avatar is a Western animation with anime influence.
Right.
That's not. You shouldn't want to fight people over that, but Avatar fans want to fight you. Same way if I say that Blue-Eyed Samurai is a Western animation because of the way the structure and the things are written. If you look at the way they deliver the lines in this as well, and all of those catchphrases, and the way that stuff is shot.
Yeah,
It's like from an American. It's like that American framing and everything. It's not like
the facial
anime
expression-
doesn't do shots like this.
Yes,
Like,
facial expressions and things like maybe characters just falling because someone said something dumb. We don't have those things, we don't have those moments that actually make you think, oh, this is anime.
Yeah, that's what Pila's talking about for everybody that's going to get upset at him.
Yeah.
Also, I mean, I like that that iteration, the classification you just put out, because from a certain point of view, one could argue that Yu-Gi-Oh is a Egyptian comic done by the Japanese.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And how can you dispute it? So much Egyptian everything is involved around it.
And then I will kill the pharaoh.
The same thing happens with Finland Saga, where and even Full Metal Alchemist. I mean, it's not a German comic.
No, I mean, even if you look at JoJo, like Jotaro was based off of Clint Eastwood.
Yes, that's true. You're
But
right.
this is the thing, though. I feel like we're over intellectualizing it. Everybody knows what we mean. Everybody knows. You know what's an anime, what isn't. We all know.
It's a feeling.
It's a feeling.
It's like the Force. You just watch it. You just know what you know. It's like you feel.
Yeah.
Okay, then according to
It's just
the
not what
Force
the Force.
feeling, no, this is not an anime.
Yeah, like
you know.
Yeah,
Shout out to Netflix for selling it as one, but it's cool.
Let me tell you what sold it for me. That told me, no, this isn't an anime. I immediately, when it started and I had English, the first thing I looked at was audio options. I was like, where's the
Oh,
Yeah.
right.
They only had Hindu. I was like, what?
See, that's not a good sign. If you're trying to sell it as
That was the first
anime.
thing I looked for. It's like, I wanted it
I
in your
thought it
original
was
text.
Japanese voice actors here. I was waiting for them. I wanted to switch because that's what I like to do. Like, that's another thing, I guess, that's an anime thing. Like with Pluto, right? I would watch one episode because Pluto, straight up, we can agree, anime.
Yeah.
From the way that it looks. Yeah.
100%.
Yeah, and also they do the anime things and the way their stuff is shot and the action. Because also the action that you look in here, it's a lot of Hollywood action in here.
Yeah.
Like there's a lot of 100 guys are coming at one person, and then there'll be guys in the
And
back.
they're waiting. They're waiting for their turn.
Yeah.
And you're just like, you guys trekked so hard to come here to kill this person. Why are you just waiting in the background? That's a
I think it's one of the things I like. Okay, I don't know. Have you watched the Battle with the Four Fangs, Mr. Extron?
No.
Okay, so let me not spoil it.
Ish, you need to watch. Yeah,
Please, that's episode 2. Please just go ahead. It's okay.
Okay. Anyway, but like before we get to that, it's also like Samurai Jack when Samurai Jack when he's fighting hundreds of people, there'll be times when people are waiting. Also like Aku when Jack was fighting Aku's dad, there's literally times in the animation where the Aku soldiers are just behind and they just do it.
Yeah.
While Samurai Jack's dad is being
That's why I like Gendy Taranovsky's Star Wars or Clone Wars 2D, because those Jedi use the Force. So it's like if anybody's running, Mace Windu would just use the Force to just push them away.
No, those animations, I love it, but the Force is overpowered in this one. Like the things Yoda and Mace were doing, and everybody else, like literally Yoda reversed a ship from docking. It's like, oh look, it's gonna load more, deposit more troops. Stop. Back those troops back in the ship, close the ship, fly back up, collapse. I was like, why go through all that effort?
You know what's weird? I feel like in a few years, like in a year or 2 years, there's some video essay that's gonna go viral on YouTube, and it's probably gonna be called "Did Netflix Kill Anime?" Because there's like a lot of things happening in the Netflix mechanism where I'm like, this is a red flag. We're all riding the ship right now, but I'm seeing a lot of red flags.
I
Like,
agree.
I think as
I
long as
agree with that
no, I
observation.
think the way the Japanese engine is set up, it's the thing that kind of puts them over Western media. I mean, also it's a detriment to the creators a little bit, but but at the same time, it's a I don't know. It's like a what they call it, a double-edged sword. There we go. Like
mm,
like we're always going to be getting content. Like the Japanese are always going to be cranking out. There's always going to be something new in terms of the anime space. The only thing is that once those mangaka hit it big, that's the thing that they're known for. They can't do anything else.
Right.
Even Akira can't escape from Dragon Ball. That's why we have them
mm,
as children again, so that he can
I,
write more stuff for them to grow up.
mm.
But
I,
we're
I
always
feel
gonna
so
get stuff.
sorry.
Unless if you're
I
writing
feel,
for seinen, though, because sometimes when you're writing for seinen, for instance, when we're talking about Pluto and Naoki Urasawa, I mean, he's done 20th Century Boys, he's done Monster, he's done.
Yeah,
So
but I'm saying, have those things have those things competed with a thing like Batman? Because Naruto has competed with Batman, One Piece
okay,
has competed with Spider-Man, and
okay.
all of those things, and
Put it that
outsold this,
way.
and it's got like
yeah, I mean,
movies, and it's got live action adaptations now. They're gonna look at maybe doing a theater production. I know there was a theater production for Naruto. So it's just like with manga, you always get more content, but it's always going to be tougher on the creators. Whereas with comic books, Western comic books, a writer, if they can secure themselves a position in Batman, they can springboard off of that to fund other projects, and that's like much easier down that pipeline.
That's true.
I agree. And
Look,
You saying
yeah.
something?
no, I want to just say I agree with that. I just wanted to run through quickly. There's a thought that came up. Oh, I was saying, I feel so sorry for the creator of Attack on Titan because it's done now. I was like, what you gonna do now, sweetie?
Yeah, apparently he had a lot of health issues right in that thing, which I'm like, yeesh, I don't
I
know.
don't. Okay, I'm not gonna spoil it for you.
Anyway.
You said you wanted to do the whole
Yeah.
Attack on Titan
Sorry,
reviews.
Pillar, you were saying something?
No, I mean, it's just more about the whole Netflix anime relationship thing. I mean, it's not necessarily, I don't want to make it sound like
It's a
this
bad
show is an example of what Netflix is doing wrong to kill anime. But I think it's more about the pipeline and what they do with the IP once they have it. Because, I mean, look at something like Cowboy Bebop.
Yeah.
Ish.
Look at, you know what I mean? Like, it's got a sour taste in its mouth now.
Mm.
And then,
Look,
Aren't
as
you
much
and look
excited
at
for the
Death
Yu Yu
Note.
Hakusho?
I just want to say something.
Look, I like that. That look cool, but that's not like. But there's a difference between the adaptation of Yu Yu Hakusho and what they did to Death Note and Cowboy Bebop.
Yeah,
Very different.
that's
Very
true.
very different.
Okay.
But
I hear
anyway,
I hear they
We
did a
should
decent
review
job
that.
with.
We should review that live action. I wanna have a discussion on that once it
But,
drops.
but
I heard they did a good job with One Piece though, didn't they?
I'm watching it, and
It-
honestly speaking, for me it feels like Cowboy Bebop. I don't know. I'm just being honest. I don't.
no, but here's the thing that annoys me the most is there's this trend now that Netflix is doing where they want to take Western media and give it an anime treatment. So like we're getting a Terminator anime, we're getting
right,
the
Oh,
John
right.
Wick anime.
Star Wars.
Yeah.
Getting Star Wars has already happened, the anime vision. I mean Star Wars Visions. But
Yeah.
like there's gonna be a whole
Which
lot
I didn't
more.
watch. Come
I
at me.
don't know.
And I feel
It
like
was not
that's
bad.
eventually gonna be the Netflix template for anime, where it's gonna be like, let's take our stuff, give it the anime treatment, because this is how to get people to watch adult animation, basically.
I just want to say,
What's Netflix? Period. Tell me,
Yeah.
apart from any of these things we've discussed, the Cowboy Bebops, the One Pieces, the Death Notes, anything, have you actually went to say, there's something new that came out on Netflix. Let me go check it out.
But like, you know what I will say, Pillar, is that I think Blue Eyed Samurai is a great example of how to do that without trying to milk an IP. I
Yeah.
think once they try to milk IP, that's when we
Yeah.
can literally say they're destroying Like it will be that thing when you associate Netflix, like maybe the video essay should be how Netflix killed anime on Netflix. I feel like that would probably be the title, because then people are going to be like, no, I see what you're doing when you're just trying to animeify everything. And it's just like, I don't go to those particular IPs for that. However, if we look at Blue-Eyed Samurai, which again, as I said, the action sequences are very much as they've got the Japanese kung fu sword slicing stuff going on, it's very westernized in the way they pace the action and all of that stuff, and the camera angles and camera movements. Because like with anime, if you look at something like Naruto versus Sasuke, they've got sweeping camera angles, the camera's up, the camera's down, it's at the bottom and all of that stuff. Whereas this one, it's kind of moving like it's doing that 360 thing where you get to see it it turns, and sometimes the camera will go up, but it doesn't do like all of those sweeping motions that Sakuga does when that high res animation thing is going on. But because the action is staged and paced pretty well as well, I think if they followed this model and maybe made the storytelling a little bit tighter and used new IP for the model, like used IP that like don't touch
like this
old IP. Yeah. Don't touch old IP. Don't start, Terminator, leave it alone. In fact, if you're going to do Terminator, make sure it's somewhere removed from the Arnold Schwarzenegger stuff.
Oh, just let it die. Oh my God, let Terminator go.
I'm saying there's stuff to mine there if you want to, but I'm just saying if you're doing the typical Hollywood thing, which is let's chug in this formula, and this worked before, let's try it again, but with this new slap of paint, it's going to flop very hard. Right. So I think if they do stuff like this, anime on Netflix will be okay if they do more stuff like that.
Can I just say why I agree with Park? Like, if you look at, because I'm thinking about Pluto as you're speaking, right? Pluto is based on Astro Boy, right? And as a specific chapter called The Greatest Robot on Earth. So Naoki Urasawa took that, but then gave it a more serious tone to the thing, right? So if you do something like that, where it doesn't feel like you're purposely trying to milk existing IP, but you're sort of trying to expand on a story that should have been explored more and still give it the respect that it deserves, that could work. But if you're doing it for the sake of selling merchandise and just, giving us whatever you think we're going to like, even though we're not going to like it, some lazy writing, then it's not going to work.
Okay.
With that said,
go ahead.
No. With that said, Stranger Things, the anime, coming soon. They haven't announced it, but I'm just saying. I know.
No, if they do that, they really would have ruined it. They really would have ruined it. Like, I wouldn't want to watch anything Netflix anime if they do something like that.
My argument is that they should stick to creating something new. Don't take existing IPs and try and animify it. That's my big issue.
Yeah.
That's why I'm saying, for heaven's sake, Terminator's dead. Let it rest. What's next? It's going to be a Predator anime. It's going to be a It anime. We're going to see Pennywise, the anime version. You're going to see.
Tabelo, I actually want to ask you something. What is up with Hollywood? And there's so many franchises where the entire lesson of the franchise is stop bringing back dead things, but they keep using those franchises like Jurassic Park. The whole thing. Let it die.
No, you see, the other thing is though,
Terminator's like, yo, I must die. Don't bring me back. I must die. And they're like,
the box office says otherwise, Chief.
The
box office says, and like, look, the thing is that the way Hollywood runs, right? And from what I can tell with the executives, is that everybody is just like, we need something that brings in lots of money. We need blockbusters that do big numbers. Every time they try to do a new blockbuster, usually that thing does not work, because the thing is, it's about like that instant result. Right. Whereas people kind of forget that the formula is to build up movies.
The numbers game, yeah.
Like, for example, Iron Man 1 did not make the money that it should have made to justify a sequel. But somebody said, okay, we can nurture this, because there was a creative team behind it that actually saw where this story was going to end up, and they managed to keep getting it funded. That's supposed to be the trick to it. But now, because they're saying we don't have instant hits, there's no movies that are doing instant. There's no movies that are bringing us a billion.
The Marvels.
There's no movies that are bringing us.
I don't know why you are coughing in your own channel. It's not like someone's going to feature you. It's like, you know.
No, but we should not take a victory lap on that because it's gonna come across a type of way. What our criticism against it is because it's trying to necessitate or resuscitate a franchise that's dead. Not
And it's
an
trying to
attack
use something
company.
popular to do it. Like, that's the issue. Like, if you're trying to use something popular to sell something old, because that's the thing I think a lot of people are falling into. I mean, it's happening with anime. Like, if you look at it, a lot of anime looks the same. A lot of anime has like the same styling, the same look of character, and all of that stuff. So it's happening there. But like, if you take it to Hollywood, they're just going to try and mass crank out.
But also, I think what used to work back then was they used to rely on the star, the Hollywood star to sell you.
I wanted to get to that. Let me explain. What the biggest shift that's happened now is that people are focused. People think the IP generates the funding instead of the creative potential behind it. We came from a generation where people were going crazy for movies like the blockbusters was what is Spielberg making? What is Alfred Hitchcock making?
Right. Oh no.
It's more Iron Man instead of, and we do see a few geniuses trying to do that thing. Like as much as I can criticize him, what's his name?
Tarantino.
The one from Kill Bill.
Oh, Tarantino.
There's still names that are still, and he makes a new story. So some of the things may seem a little formulaic. A revenge story, you're killing Nazis. It's a revenge story about Nazis. It's a revenge story against those racist motherfuckers in America. It's a revenge story against an assassin. Yeah, it's we may see a little bit of a formula, but it's a different story. It's enough, and because we know the potential of the guy creating it, it does sell. It does make sales.
But like, that's what I'm saying. That speaks to the executives, because the executives know Quentin has a name. And I think the problem is that the executives need to be more IP orientated. Like, if you start basing it around a name, that's when it becomes difficult for guys like us to get into the industry. Whereas if the idea can sell itself, I think we'll be able to see more creatives, like stuff like Blue-Eyed Samurai, right?
I get
we
that.
should probably get to.
Yeah,
I get that. What I wanted to say is that they invest, these executives that you speak of should then spend more time trying to look for new talent, and the only way they can do that is by giving them a space to express themselves. Right now, it's all locked in quote unquote Marvel, Terminator.
It'll break though. Like, especially if Marvel keeps doing what they'll do, it'll break though, because that's the great equalizer of the internet. All it takes is one Kickstarter, and the whole thing will change the game forever. All it takes is one project on YouTube that, and they'll try to want to gobble it up and all of that stuff. But if the creator says no and he manages to find a sustainable audience and create a website for himself, that'll change the whole game.
Now that you're speaking like this, I've heard about Final Space. You know that cartoon called Final Space? I think it's on Netflix. I think that guy got screwed over. I think he was trying to do something like that, then his show got picked up, and
a lot of creatives are not wanting to sell their stuff to Netflix because of stuff like that. So that's what I'm saying. Anyway, back to Blue-Eyed Samurai.
This is the biggest tangent we've ever done so far.
No, but I think it was necessary though. I think it's a conversation that we need to have. Regarding this IP, which is, it's still fresh, it's still new, but I think Pilar's prediction of what might happen. I'm not
saying he's wrong. It can definitely happen. It can. You'll definitely end up seeing a Terminator with slanted eyes and wow.
Skynet or Disca.
When I cancel someone, cancel him, ne? Not the other.
Cancel who? Cancel who?
Buckmeister, not us.
Look at Mizu's eyes. They slanted. It's the style. It's not me. How?
But
anyway, okay. So, have we spoke? Okay. Back to the original storylines. One of the things I noticed which is a very, from my observations, it's a very Eastern, yeah, even Afro Samurai type of thing. Is that every episode, every flashback is relevant to what's happening on the current episode.
Yeah.
So
They do a lot of that.
yeah, so you see in the first episode, she has a flashback about that asteroid that collides, and she was being bullied by these kids being kids and shit like that. And then only to turn out that later on, the same kid was bullying her
Yeah.
was basically this. It was basically the guy who's supposed to go get married.
That's some anime influence for you, right
And
there.
then I was like,
The guy's like
oh,
Sasuke now. He's the rival, is he not?
I I'm sorry. Big ups to her restraint. The moment I just said, "Oh, you've leveled up in life. Do you remember me? Oh, you don't. Do you remember me now?"
It seems like you want to say something, Pila.
No, sorry.
Oh,
Sorry.
So yeah, and then in this episode we learn about the broken sword.
Yeah.
But I'm also curious to find out what happened to the sword, the blacksmith, because I mean, I do get that she's on her own path now, and we did see her actually leaving
I'm very
the sword and
l-
everything.
if it's gonna go with the same Eastern writing, I have no hopes for this the blacksmith survival. One way or another, something terrible is going to happen. He's going to like give her the final lesson, like, kid, let go of revenge, go live your life. Don't let your hatred make the metal impure. Blah blah blah,
Yeah, no, wrong person.
or something like that. And then
Miku
either
is the only one where talk no jutsu would not work on her. Naruto
yeah,
would
man.
quit.
Yeah.
Naruto would give up.
No.
Be like, there's no saving this one.
The only time the thing about talk no jutsu, why it works is so many times in Naruto is that Naruto first kicks your ass to within
Yeah.
an inch of your life,
The
and
submission.
then talks. If
Then
you talk
talks.
no jutsu before the ass whipping, it
Yeah.
doesn't work. It's a blah, 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 blah. And then like, how could you beat me like this? I'm like you. I'm an orphan like you. I this. You could have been something better. And then
Oh, so you'd have to beat her up first.
yeah,
Okay.
you'd have to
No, but
beat
they beat her up plenty in this series, and she's still like, nah,
yeah.
forget that.
But do they talk to her afterwards? Do they say, okay, listen here?
Yeah, but you
I
guys are right. She's definitely a hothead. The way she got to that dojo and started
no,
just
but
getting smack.
that dojo
No,
was
like
hella
the other thing,
disrespectful.
no, the dojo was hella disrespectful. But
Yeah.
you also have to think about it from like their perspective. She just came in and started whooping all of their students, making their school look inept.
No,
It was just like,
no. Let me give you context. She walked in. Can I speak to your master? The master ain't got time for listening to messengers with what.
Yeah.
Who are you?
They deserve some of
They're
that.
like, no, then I'm afraid I have to tell this person to myself. You impertinent little child. Get out. Oh wait. What the
You
rules
have
of
to give me some
hospitality?
food or something.
But like, fine, then feed her, then kick her out. And then I was like, I was waiting for the moment. I was thinking she was gonna show the demonstration of her skill right then. But once again, for a hothead, she showed a little bit of restraint. Like, you know what?
Yeah, that's
Let
why.
me eat. Let me
Yeah.
just. You know, it's one of those
Mm.
moments where you snap to the point where you take a deep breath. You know that. I don't know if it's ever happened where you just see that the character go like.
You're too pissed off, man. It's like Kevin Hart makes this joke that sometimes you're so pissed off that words don't even come out.
Yeah, let me just eat. And
No,
then she.
I'm saying the thing that where she went overboard, not overboard. I don't think she went overboard, but I'm saying the thing is the information that she was seeking. If she wrecked everybody in the dojo, I don't think she was gonna get it. Like the fact that she like what's this like the fact that she went and she just waylaid everybody. I was like, didn't you have like some sort of plan before you got here? No, her plan was is they're gonna answer me or I'm gonna kick their ass, and I'm like that's not a long term.
And that
That's
right there is the embodiment of the samurai spirit.
yeah, the
Right
samurai
there.
spirit,
They
sure,
do
but I'm
what-
saying it's not something that's long term. Like for this thing that you're trying to achieve that has so many levels in the political spectrum.
Short, quickly. I ain't got time. do you see? Do you? I have this one lifetime to get my revenge. I ain't got time to go think of strategies and tactics and puzzles to speak to you. I need an answer. So
it does make the show more interesting because it adds, because she's pretty much her own worst enemy because she keeps creating more enemies the closer she gets because her own
that's the thing. She's
strategy is horrible.
Diplomatic.
She acts now and thinks later. And I think if she did not get some form of mercy, okay, clearly she was wearing weighted clothing, which is something.
How funny was that?
All we were waiting for is that we were waiting for that moment where she dropped the weights and everybody's like.
It was giving. For me, it was giving. It doesn't giving. It was giving.
No, it was Rock Lee. No, we needed a guy in the background. Mizu, let the power of youth explode.
You know,
they even played the Kill Bill theme while it was happening. I was like, this is wild.
Yeah, dun. I was like,
I'm like, aye, man, what's happening here?
I also appreciate it. Got back to the origins of of samurai type manga. Sometimes I'm the biggest Bleach fan and everything like that, but you know,
something.
I just watch people chop each other to bits and pieces, and I enjoyed that.
Sorry, please repeat that. You were breaking up for a second. I don't know.
On?
Yeah, you're still on.
You became an Onryo.
This can only be the work of Elon-san.
Yeah.
Elon-san.
What do you want? What is it you want?
Maskudono.
Oh, sorry, that's the wrong genre.
Yeah.
Anyway, I wanted to say it gave me a hint of one of the animes that I first got into was Rurouni Kenshin. For as controversial as it is, it still has my heart, and I got a feeling of that, especially back in the whole Kenshin wandering days instead of just like he found his own home.
Yes, like the Kyoto arc, for instance.
Yeah, the Kyoto arc. I really enjoyed. I must
actually rewatch Kenshin. One thing I'll also give this series is that it does the girl power thing a lot, but it's not annoying.
Right.
Like it's not in like, I mean, a lot of the men in this series suck. It's just apparently that's the way Japan was, and apparently it's pretty accurate. But like, and there's not to say that every character, like the main characters that we spend with, your Taigen, your Ringo, and the blind dude, they're great. They're decent human beings. Any man that's not them, don't expect too much.
Like, guys, who's the guy who was like, there's this big guy, right? Who's talking to this thin guy, who's sort of like talking to the lady that's supposed to get married. What's his story? That guy. He was talking about, what were they talking about? I think.
You gotta watch it.
In episode,
you gotta watch it.
In episode 2, the big guy.
Yeah.
Are you talking about the girl's father or the girl?
Is it the girl's father?
The one who she kept on bowing towards and asking her, and then he was busy comparing her to a pig.
Basically, this guy was talking to another man who was thin, but they were talking about, I think they were talking about that she needs to get someone else or something like that. I just don't remember how it was going, but it's
but I think you're talking about Akemi's dad. I think you're talking about
that's the dad.
Yeah, that's the dad, like the guy with the baby, and the baby was throwing stuff around, and it was like, he's going to be a great shogun, he can do whatever he wants. And I'm just like, what was going on in Japan at the time?
No, he has a daimyo. He was definitely not a shogun.
Oh, daimyo, yeah. I'm saying he was acting like a shogun or whatever, but apparently that's how all the Japanese lords act. Like, between this and Ghost of Tsushima, I was like, Japan was at a bad time. Like this was wild.
Just a quick one, guys. When did Japan start forming the Shitsugumi? Was it during this time, or was it during the Edo period? Or
was after the Edo period.
Okay.
Because then became the why do I know about Japanese history?
Hey, yo!
Kenshin, bro.
Kala-sama.
Oh, yeah, Kenshin. Okay, yeah, you're right. Okay. So after the Edo period, an American warship came and terrorized Japan and told them that you're going to trade with us or else we're going to make you trade with us. And long story short, it formed a clan of people who wanted to revolutionize Japan and take a power away from the shogunate and put it back in the emperor's hand. So that was called the Meiji Restoration, and
Oh, the
that
Meiji
period,
era, yes, the Meiji era. Mm.
that whole revolution, the Bakufuku of that period of time, that's where the Shishingubi came around. The Shishingubi are basically the police of Kyoto. People
Yes.
think they're like the pure. The Kyoto Police Department squad. They kept all the fighting to. They were supposed to keep the fighting to a respectable level, but
They became the
Yes.
Goten 13.
That's another thing I gotta ask. Why do these people do each other in the street? Like what?
Oh no! You see, that's the thing you learn about the Japan. If you find outside, it was more convenient, yes, because you can use your long sword, the katana. But trust me, if they were trying to assassinate you, they'll assassinate you right there in the
But
bathroom.
I'm
It's
saying,
okay.
like, it's not a duel like, okay, you got me, good game, we go home. It's
No.
like your life must end today. What?
Yes. You see this blade? It has been forged to take your life this day. Make peace with your ancestors.
I'm just saying, just imagine we were walking around with guns and we were just like, we have to duel today.
Can I ask you guys something? It might actually be pretty fun to ask you the same thing when you finish the show. But if you could give this show a 1 out of 10, what would it be?
Right.
Depending on what you've
The
seen so
whole?
far.
Episodes or the.
I
Just
don't
what you've
want to rate it.
seen.
I don't want to rate it now because I finished it and I don't want to like
Oh.
taint your guys' like thoughts on
That's
the
what
show.
I'm saying. Maybe the episodes because.
Okay, well,
it's too early.
Episode 1.
Okay, if we're gonna rate episode 1, I would give it a 7. 7.5.
yeah, I would have given it a higher ranking, but I'll give it a solid 7. The
Yeah,
things that-
7.5. Yeah, I agree
Yeah.
with
No,
you.
I mean like it's a good introduction. We get a lot of character with Mizu, but we don't get a lot of scope of what she's going after. And I think one thing that this show kind of suffers from is that it lacks a bit of narrative focus. Like
Yeah, it lacks momentum sometimes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no, but I'm saying like I think the momentum drops
me-
because they don't focus Mizu up. I think like they don't bring it together. It doesn't coalesce.
I won't lie. The thing that takes away points from me is that it's just too Game of Thronesy. All these boobs and all these dicks flying all over the place. I just like, guys. I'm sorry.
Yeah, like that scene where the chef, I think Mizu paid for that guy to have sex with.
Yeah,
For 3 days.
Was a virgin, yeah. To get rid of him, right?
Yes, it's like
Yeah.
you must. Here it's soft. You can put, but you can be hard and you be rough on it. It's like, at that moment I was like, next. I ain't gonna fuck you. enough. And then later on, we see the girl who
but
was
there's a
in love
lot of
with the.
LGBTQ representation up in here. We get to see how the Japanese got down, and apparently any hole was a hole.
What? Which LGBT word? What? Where? Who? What?
Trust me.
It happens later.
I hope not. Anyway.
Even the villain gets in on some of it, and I was like, "Oof."
Ew. You see, that's my response right there. Ew. So then later on,
I didn't want to yuck his yum, but I was just like, bro, that's a lot going on right now in my face.
and then there's the whole scene where she's trying to console this guy from losing his hair, and round 2, like. Then it went the whole town strips naked in the end of the episode.
What the hell?
Yeah. Look, the show does a good job at juggling comedy,
and you just see everyone.
drama.
And I think
I don't know. They kind of shunt all the comedy to like 1 or 2 characters. Like, I think that's the thing that also makes it Western is that in anime, characters slide in and out. Of,
even
like,
villains, right?
Yeah.
Like sometimes when you watch Bleach, you're like, wait, I'm just supposed to hate this guy? Why is he so funny? Like, you know what I mean? Because sometimes you start wondering whether these people are gonna
like Mayuri. Like Mayuri presents
no,
as a
okay,
villain,
yeah.
but you enjoy him so much, and he also is genuinely funny. I mean,
I was about to take personal offense to thinking you found Aizen funny. I was like,
No, not Aizen, but like when you think about Stark, for instance, when Stark was interacting with that girl, It felt like Urahara or Shinji and that girl from the Vizards. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, also another example of this is a perfect example is when Frieza is fighting when Frieza's fighting Goku, and Goku bites Frieza's tail, and Frieza has a comedic reaction to his tail getting bit.
Doing those
When they bite each other, even in that fight, it's like look one.
Okay, now that you're right. Everybody has their designated role.
Yeah, they're types. I mean, Mizu is a type, Ringo is a type, the villain is a type. Right. The thing is, they give Mizu personality and they give her, character and everything, but it doesn't expand beyond the border of what it's supposed to expand beyond. And I mean, swings and roundabouts. It's the way it's supposed to be.
Hey, she's way better than Ahsoka or Sabine, that's for sure.
Yeah. No, because she actually has emotions and, and she actually, actually reacts to things and she actually reflects on things. Even though she doesn't change her tactics after she reflects, but anyway.
Do a Star Wars tier list. We need to do that, even though I know I'm going to lose.
I was thinking about that, actually.
We need to do a Star Wars tier list.
I don't know. How much stuff have I watched? Good God.
Maybe we should, because I think it's going to be a while until they release new Star Wars content. So maybe it's a good idea.
I think the biggest fights are going to have is
The first 6 is going to be tough.
The last 3 are going to be tough because someone is going to be arguing that the
Last Jedi
needs to be given a little more respect.
I know I'm outgunned here. I know I'm outgunned. But good. Come on,
is it going to stop you from trying?
But Pillar, what's your catchphrase? What was it? It was set up.
Oh, set up.
Yeah.
No, you know what? You got me there. You got me there.
Yeah, so I'm just like
set up, development, and payoff. No, you're right. The last Jedi threw that out the window.
So that's why I'm kind of like, I'm surprised you're defending it, because the things you have torn to shreds, my guy, on this podcast.
Hey. No, this is the thing. I feel like the last Jedi, the last half an hour was a different movie. That was the beginning of the Rise of Skywalker. That last half hour.
For us to do a Star Wars tier list, we need to have like a proper therapy session. We need to have our comfort foods nearby. We need to, we will end up depressed if we.
We also need a guest there so that someone who can say, guys, whoa, hey, you know what I mean?
No, let's do it.
Yeah,
let's come back. Let's come back. You're back.
Coming back to Blue-Eyed Samurai. Yeah, I think these first 2 episodes are a good. I mean, okay, anybody that's looking for a realistic samurai, not it.
Yeah.
Nope.
Forget it.
In the last episode, she literally does a balancing act with one hand and then backflips mid-air.
Yeah, sure. Like, when she jumped off the cliff, I was like, yo.
Yeah. I was like, yo. There's so much for physics.
Also, does nobody believe in arrows and throwing spears or anything in the show?
No, this is the land of the samurai, my guy.
No, but even then, there's a reason why the arquebuses was highly sought after. They don't shoot your ass. The sword was like the absolute last thing. Okay, I'm talking about historical perspective here.
Yeah.
You do get, not to spoil anything, but arrows do feature. So you'll get some arrows.
I like the fact that, she didn't want an apprentice, but then she realized this apprentice can be of value because he is in fact a dude. He does have a past, which brings me to my next question.
Mm-hmm.
Why didn't she just kill someone and take his past in the first place?
Who would she kill? It would be a civilian. Mizu's not... It's the character, the way the character presents, right? She's not a person. If you're not involved in her vengeance, if you're not directly the cause of her issues, she's not going to deal with you. It's not like Samurai. Afro Samurai will kill anybody. Yeah. Doesn't matter. In fact, in the movie, he killed that DJ just because he got that DJ killed because the DJ was a good distraction.
Yeah, like, bitch, come here. Come.
But like,
Mizu doesn't do that.
If you get in her way, she will deal with you. Like in the dojo, she didn't have to like take people's teeth out and break their arms and stuff. But
that was her being nice. That was her.
Yes.
That was her. That was her giving a warning.
Yes.
Because
yes.
they were just there. It was not that they were in her way. But if you make yourself an obstacle, yeah.
Exactly.
Okay,
exactly.
fine then. I'll
They
relent
couldn't
because
make
I was
her a
thinking.
monster. They couldn't. If she did that, like she would be irredeemable at this point.
But she's a demon of vengeance, and more often than not, demons of vengeance do monstrous things to get their way.
No, I mean you'll see some stuff that she does later where you're just like, are you the good guy here? I
Yeah,
don't know. But they
Do you
still
think she's
need
an
to.
anti-hero?
No,
definitely, definitely.
no,
Because it's all about her, right?
No. The thing is, it's all about her, yes, but she still does some things where it is quote unquote heroic. There's a like she's
Like
the
that guy.
she's the hero that goes too far. That's basically what they're trying to do.
I think she's an anti-hero. I think she makes
No, like
decisions that are morally corrupt. for
Yeah,
her own
because
goal.
and
there's a lot of
the
collateral
sampling.
damage.
okay.
From the
I mean,
sampling
actually,
I've received,
I wanna. We gotta
you've
talk about
seen the
that.
whole thing. You've seen the whole thing. Bear in mind.
Yeah,
Yeah, from what
I
I've
can. Okay, sorry. Go
from
ahead.
what I've seen so far, yes, she does portray. I sense a lot of anti-hero in her. I mean, the things that show that there is a moral compass inside her is that the fact that she did give that lady that gold pendant that was stuck outside of the gates because she was starving to death. Basically, now she couldn't go into the city, she couldn't sell her wares, she couldn't trade. So she gave her some money. The thing that shows that
The chef as well. The chef. She saved the chef, right?
yeah,
Technically,
technically, yeah. But the thing that shows that she's still an asshole about it is like, instead of just throwing the coin next to these people who are shivering, how sure are you this woman's gonna wake up and notice that there's a gold coin next to her? She could be shivering the whole night and she wouldn't notice. I would have been like, woman, wake up. Here, take this.
Okay, wait.
Hey,
I have a question for you, Buckmaster. Who's the quintessential example of an anti-hero? Then maybe we can all kind of be on the same.
quintessential example. I don't know. Deadpool's also been sliding towards hero. Punisher. Punisher.
Punisher.
Definition.
Itachi! Uchiha!
I don't know.
Fixed it. No, not doing that.
Punisher is a good one.
We'll debate. We'll debate Itachi when we get to Naruto, and I'm Team Itachi. I'm going to explain why.
Okay.
There's a wild takes about Itachi.
We're gonna go Bankai at that moment. It's like you better have your blade. You better have trained for your Bankai this.
Oh no, I'm going. No, I've got my summoning jutsu. I've got my Rinnegan. I've got my tailed fox beast. I'm going to explain.
I mean, the reason why.
But
But it's fair to say the Punisher's an anti-hero because he does bad things for good reasons, right?
No, I think the thing is
isn't
with the
that
Punisher is that his actions sometimes lead to a good result. It's not that he's looking for a good result himself. It's not that he's doing something bad for good reasons. That's not the he can't deal with his compulsion, so he ends up taking it out on people who can fight back. That's basically what happened. It just happened to be the mafia. There's another what if else world story where
Red Hood is an anti-hero?
No, Red Hood's a hero. But getting to it.
No, at the beginning.
No, he's still a hero now. If you look at the stuff that he does.
He was a villain at the beginning, like he was.
Nah, he was an anti-hero in the beginning.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. At the beginning, Red Hood was like, because the whole decapitating the second in command thing, guys. I'm sorry.
Is that a villain thing? I would say he's more of a villain because.
No, I'm not. I'm saying that's textbook anti-hero work.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know. Wolverine's done similar stuff, and he's a hero. But getting back to it with
to
the
send
Punisher.
a message, decapitating people.
Well, I mean, because
and then logging into the quote unquote Zoom meeting and showing them all their heads. Hi.
Well, T'Challa's also done similar stuff, so and he's a hero.
I think I'm with Buckmeister on this one.
But
if you really think about it.
But getting back to it, like the Punisher, right? There's a what if else world story where it was superheroes in a large battle that his family died in as a result. So in that world, what he does is he dedicates his whole life to killing every superhero in the universe. And then it ends with him killing himself. So, like, Punisher, the only thing is it just happened to be the mafia that killed his family. I mean, there's also that story of, I think it was Reborn or whatever, Punisher Reborn, where he's in war in Vietnam And basically, he was doing everything he could to prolong the war. And there was this one chick who was getting assaulted, and basically the way he saved her is he put a bullet in her head. So like Castle is more about himself, and then people benefit as a result. He can be a hero. They can find something within him. Like because
isn't the point of him punishing more based on him punishing people who are doing bad? Is that for himself?
no, it's for himself. It's because Castle himself, he was addicted to war. He's addicted to
Like
fighting.
he's trigger happy.
Yeah.
So,
And like his family, they in the comic books now, they kind of presented his family as an excuse.
Oh,
so,
okay. Okay.
so the same thing can be said about Moon Knight then.
No, Moon Knight doesn't kill people the way Castle does. And also, he has acted heroically and been part of the Avengers, and he saved this one vampire girl from being killed by Blade or Punisher because she was innocent.
Then could we not say Mizu is an anti-hero because her goal is pursuit of her own selfish desires
No,
and
there-
not to help society?
That's why I
there's that, but the thing is that Punisher won't stop for nobody. She in the story she has stopped 4 people, and also she has she's also done things where it would impede her chances of getting her revenge. And because she's done something where she's been honor bound, even though she's not a person of honor and all of that stuff. She
You know
does
what?
things throughout the story.
You know what? I see
can't-
the problem here. We haven't all watched
we
the
haven't seen
whole
the whole
show.
thing. Let's see the whole
Yeah.
thing, and
yeah,
then we'll come back to the conclusions.
No, but I'm just saying, like, if we get to
it's more
if-
holistic than ours.
yeah, I guess so. But I mean, I'm just saying also in the episodes that we're leading up to, she's teetering on the line between that would be the perfect thing. She's teetering on the line between hero and anti-hero. Because the minute she does make a decision, damn whoever gets in her way or whatever, but she still does have a heart. She's still human in some aspect or whatever.
Okay.
Cool.
All right. I mean, you guys will let us know in the comments because
Yeah.
it's a bit
I mean,
tricky.
it's a bit tricky because I think that's the thing. They're trying to, I think, and also that's kind of the thing that's supposed to make her an interesting character. Where I said she's oscillating between Samurai Jack and Afro Samurai.
Mm.
In that, she'll do something for her own personal gain, but she will also actively take part in helping somebody that she's indebted to.
Right. Right. I hear you. I hear you. I mean, I guess you could also say something similar to Black Adam in the movie, though, not in the comic.
But let's not talk about that.
What movie? Did they make a Black Adam movie? Never heard of it.
Yeah.
Who started it? I certainly hope it doesn't sound like somebody from the WWE or something stupid like that. Maybe they got. I think they'll get somebody who understands the nuances of that character very intimately and try to bring to life. Who did they choose, Mr. Extraordin?
They say that
I've never heard of
they say,
is he a good actor?
they say Patrick Star lives under a rock, so
Yeah.
a hint right there for you. But yeah, man. Thanks for the recommendation. I think it's a good series.
Well,
I'm
I'm interested to see how you guys feel about it afterwards. I don't know.
Well, apart from me fast forwarding through the whole nudity stuff, I actually am enjoying it. So
Yeah.
that I can concede. So it's that I can't wait to get into the other ones that you mentioned.
Pluto. Hey.
Pluto. I can't wait to get into Pluto.
Mm.
Yeah. So
Just a quick question. I know this is a tangent as well, but do you guys want us to finish this first, then do Pluto, or should we sort of do
no.
Pluto?
Okay.
I don't know. It's your show, man. For me, I want to finish Pluto, so that's the next thing that I'm going to be binging. I think Pluto is going to be better than this. I just think the structure in Pluto is more solid than Blue-Eyed Samurai. But yeah, I do. I don't know. I could go either way. Honestly.
Okay, let's do Pluto next then. The first 2 episodes of Pluto next.
Maybe then it also gives everybody a chance to catch up on Blue-Eyed Samurai because I think the way our schedules are set up and all of that stuff. But yeah, I don't know, the anti-hero, maybe I have to rewatch Blue-Eyed Samurai a little bit. I don't know. I didn't get an anti-hero feeling. I got her on the edge of it type of
No,
thing.
but you see, your the other thing you take away is that your viewpoint of a hero is also very heavily influenced by T'Challa. T'Challa is a hero through and through, but he does things that are can be considered morally reprehensible by the normal vanilla hero type. So
Yeah,
you
he's
have to
not a
take
Boy
into
Scout.
that.
No,
He's not
I
a boy-
mean, no, he is. T'Challa is. He's a Boy Scout that can kill people. It's the same way as Captain America. So it's not. I think it's the thing of it's
No,
collateral damage. It's the thing of. I think it's the thing of collateral. Yeah.
Let me put it into this context. There's a part at the end of that the T'Challa animated series. They ask Shaw, "Tell me, do you have children?" And he says like, "No." Good. It spares me the chance. It spares me the spares me having to hunt them down and killing them too. Are you telling me that?
No, he would say I have to kill them too because what's going to happen is they're obviously going to come after T'Challa. That's usually how that works.
That something a hero
No,
would
but they
do?
step
A
up.
Boy
I'm
Scout,
saying
or
it's
actually a Boy
it's
Scout
still.
would do.
But I'm saying it's the thing of they step into Wakanda wanting revenge, so they know the score. That's the difference. And also, the law in Wakanda is different from the law in America.
That's my statement. That's he's a hero, but he's not a Boy Scout. That is not a Boy Scout statement. A stance to take through.
Well, fair enough. Okay.
A Boy Scout would be like, "Don't worry, I'll make sure your family is taken care of." And I'm thinking, why?
Okay. Anyway. Yeah, well, that's Blue-Eyed Samurai, guys.
That's Blue-Eyed Samurai.
Episode 1 and
So
2.
far, guys, watch it. I think it's worth your time. That's all I can say. It's worth your time.
Yeah.
If you're not squeamish like me for the titties and boobs, two things that causes me to cringe when I watch anything is first, secondhand embarrassment is my ultimate weakness. I feel the embarrassment that you're feeling on the screen. It hurts. It physically hurts me. That's why sometimes I find myself covering my ears and going la 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 because it's too embarrassing. Two, anything to do with titties and boobs and nudity, I freak out.
What is the first one?
Second-hand embarrassment.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay.
That's why I struggle to watch comedy shows sometimes.
Yeah, I'll give this one a 7 out of 10. Mizu is a pretty good character. I just don't know how long they're gonna be able to milk this for because
she's so well drawn. I just love the
no every design in this is phenomenal.
It's
Even the
beautiful.
fangs for the 5 minutes that they survive, which I won't lie, that kind of disappointed me a little bit. I was like, I thought you guys were at least gonna make it to the next episode, but she bodied you all in like 10 minutes. I don't know why they made
the Imakande were weak.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think one thing that when Pilo was saying that the show suffers from a lack of momentum, it's one of those things where they'll build up characters and then the characters don't live up to that potential. This does have that sometimes.
Oh.
So that's why I'm saying I think Pluto's going to be a better all-rounder, but like definitely don't sleep on this. Maybe they'll get some of those pacing issues sorted out in the next season because I can see this getting picked up for another season.
I know you guys are suffering from a whole lot of PTSD from Attack on Titan now. You just don't know what to do with your lives. Watch this. In 8 hours, you can numb the pain.
As one of those people, I feel you, bro.
You know, just
Pluto. Maybe Pluto might.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
Pluto
no, I'm not saying it will replace the hole in your heart because you have something to look forward to. I'm thinking it's just something that will just goes. It's just it's what's the word I'm looking for?
Are
It's
you
a
team
rebound
Aaron,
relationship.
Pila?
Of course not. He's a genocidal maniac. But
I do
like
not
this
want
show.
anyone to compare Lelouch to this man in my. Okay, we'll get there. Well, let's leave it for the time.
Do you guys have any final thoughts before we close up?
Good looking show. I love the voice acting. The voice acting is great. Great action. I just think some of the story could have been tighter written, but like all around, not a bad attempt, especially if Netflix is trying to make their brand of anime. If they keep doing stuff like this, it might work out.
Yeah, so also good start. Please don't go the titties and boobs direction of HBO, and yeah, keep up the good work. So long as you keep it good, so long as you take heed to create something new instead of just regurgitate old stuff. Don't go whatever you do. Don't fulfill the prophecy of Pila. He doesn't want it to happen. He's just foreseen the future. It means we need to work towards avoiding it. All right, avoid the horrible prophecy.
He's the Flash from Batman versus Superman. Bruce.
Lewis. It was Lewis the whole time. What did he say?
She's the woman, Bruce.
Yeah.
Save
Lewis
Lewis.
is the key.
She's
It's
the
that-
key.
Cowboy Bebop was the key.
It's that.
Oh god.
You know? No,
Yeah.
I like to think of you as a Jedi. You know, you're just strong in the Force. You can foresee the future if you just tune yourself into the Force. You're like one of the light side Force users that I can honestly say that you. If you are in the Star Wars universe, you definitely be a light sided Jedi. Full stop.
Hey man, I see it for what it is, bro. That's it.
Exactly.
Really,
see
he
you,
feels
Obi-Wan.
like Sith
See
to
you.
me. He's got big Sith energy.
Yeah. Wait,
Killer.
before we tangent again.
Okay, yeah,
good
let's
show, great visuals, generic storyline, but solid watch.
yeah. Yeah, before it tangent like that, like our last upload, the way we're dying up there, I just had to put the clip up.
Oh Lord.
Hey,
Mr.
think
Jordan, last
Yeah.
words.
I think, like I said, I'm glad that they actually got Asian people to voice the characters, so
maybe
they
didn't
don't
get Scarlett
feel, they don't feel like caricatures of, you know, of these characters that have been created. So
Guys, Scarlett Johansson would have done a great job.
no.
Oh,
Um,
oh god.
so I'm glad that they did that, but I just wish they had more characters. But maybe they might show it in the future. I don't know. Maybe I'm spoiled because of anime, but yeah, the world building.
I
Maybe
think that's another thing that makes this Western is that they reduce the number of characters that you get from like a series or something. Like anime will give you there's positives and negatives. Sometimes you get too many characters. The one character you may like may be the character that gets no screen time type of thing.
or gets
So if
killed
you-
off quickly.
Yeah, so if you get one character and you like this character, you're likely going to see, or you get three characters and you like these three characters, you're likely going to see them, go forward and all of that stuff instead of in an ensemble cast.
That's true.
All right then.
All right. Wait, Pila did say you did mention a thought, right?
Yeah.
No, I did. But I mean, also just to harken back to what Mr. Extraordin said, you brought up Vinland Saga. This show is so similar to Vinland Saga, but Vinland Saga is well written.
Guys, please let's do a Vinland Saga in the future because I think you guys would love it, especially you, Mr. Khala. You would definitely. You definitely love it.
No, you
All right
would.
then. All right then.
I mean, I finished it, so yeah, we can definitely talk about it.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, cool, guys.
All right.
So yeah, this is the episode of the Blue Eyed Samurai, episodes 1 and 2. Do let us know your thoughts on the whole series. Do let us know if there's anything that you guys
No spoilers, please.
No spoilers. Please let us know if you disagree with us. If you agree with us, please let us know if
Spoiler warning.
Oh yeah, spoilers for people.
Don't be
Whoa,
don't
wait.
be the thing that made color cringe in this show that was flying at the screen all the time. Don't be one of those.
What's
Just
that?
be cool.
The penis.
Oh, okay. Oh, I didn't get it. Did you want to say something, Tabala?
I just wanted to say, yeah, guys, we should have left it for the beginning of the show. Spoiler warning for those who haven't watched it, okay?
Oh yeah, I think I'll do something like that.
Major spoilers. We just spoiled everything. Like we just came in.
Did we? I don't think we did.
I mean, about the four clans or something.
Yeah, but if you don't know anything about the Four Fangs and you don't know why they're chasing her, you won't get any context from the stuff we've said. And you also don't even know all of the characters that she meets throughout episode 1 and how she gets to where she is. Like we just talked about a dojo fight, and and we didn't even really explain how she's connected to Taigen exactly. So
yeah, but just in case, lawsuits are a thing in America, even though it's a South African channel.
Okay. Well, yeah, I don't
Spoiler
think
warning.
anybody would get spoiled by this because we couldn't have a full-on spoiler discussion.
Yeah, you're right. I agree with you actually.
Okay.
All right.
Cool.
All right, guys. So we'll definitely see you on the next one. This is Mr. Extraordin with Buckmeister, cool, Tebelo Khala and Pila.
Bye.
See you on the next one, guys. Cheers.
Peace.
Hey everybody, guess what? We're back. This is Mr. Extraordin. I'm not alone as usual. I'm with my compadres. Yes, I do know that we don't have another main character over here. It is still a filler episode, but I do have Pila Maseti, co-host of the Nerdgasm podcast. He's also a co-host here on the Africa is Next podcast. He has hot takes on a lot of things.
Sizzling.
He said something. He said something very profound. He says that he thinks.
Just a heads up. Awali did confirm for Friday, so we are on for Geek Heresy. So them hot takes, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he said he thinks that it's a conspiracy, but he thinks that Will Smith was Eddie Murphy was replaced by Will Smith. I mean, I'm pretty sure that there might be some truth to that. And we have Buckmeister Cool from Buckmeister Cool Reacts and Master Geek Media. So if you want to know about some geek heresy that he's just mentioned now, check out his channel because we're gonna be doing some wild stuff over there. It's gonna be heated.
Sober.
He's currently in the Shadow Realm, but he's gonna be joining us. Debelo is a host of.
He might actually be joining us now if we're lucky.
Yeah, and the co-host of Netgasm. So yeah, today we're gonna be talking. It's a two-part, I guess. We're gonna be talking about Blue-Eyed Samurai, and we're gonna be doing Pluto, but we're gonna be starting with Blue-Eyed Samurai. So from episode 3 until episode 8, basically.
You know what's hilarious? We were also talking about another chick who hangs around water who's a hothead. And I'm just like, hey, actually,
yeah, a lot of similarity.
Mizu.
No, I think maybe they'd be the best of homies. Good God.
True.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
This is another one that doesn't listen. Oh.
What do you guys think?
All right, just to go over this thing with the Blue-Eyed Samurai. One, again, I love the action in this. This action is right up my alley. It is Hollywood action. I'm realizing that the way they choreograph things I think the way they do like one-man army fights in anime is that they kind of have everybody attack at once, and then the main character moves too fast for anyone to react. I think that's kind of what they do. Whereas with Hollywood, it's always the guys at the back gotta just wait.
Absolutely right. There's two fights that I can think of from the top of my head that you're talking about. One, Neji versus Naruto, Chunin exams, where he's using the 68 palm or something. I don't know what.
Yeah.
And then
64 palm.
Yes, and then another one. It's Sasuke versus Naruto when he was in hospital and Naruto did the Kageboshi no Jitsu. And dude just starts with Kadon. Man, that fight for me is one of the best fights ever in the show. But yeah, you're right. Anime sort of considers every character that's fighting, they take them into consideration. They're not just standing there waiting for the main character to beat them up. No, they are attacking.
Yeah. I mean, they sort of do something similar like that in a particular episode here. It's the episode. So we're going into the rest of spoiler territory for anybody who's watching this. But that episode where Mizu kills the deaf girl and tries to frame the guy or whatever, or she tries to frame it as this, and they figure it out immediately. Which for me, I felt like that was a bit lazy. I felt like it was a bit lazy story-wise because they were trying to set up tension. Because I'm just like, they didn't actually show how they figured out anything. And from what we saw, Mizu was in and out like smoke. I don't understand how she got caught.
Yeah, and didn't she kill the witness, the guy who came?
Yes.
Who was hidden?
Yeah.
No, she killed him first because he discovered them. And then this blind girl, I don't know how. Which, I mean, that scene is kind of weird to me because I don't understand how this deaf girl or whatever communicated to Mizu that Mizu had to kill her. I was very confused. I was just like, Mizu, are you making this up in your mind? Because I don't think you speak sign language.
Yeah.
The lady, what was her name? Lady what?
I forget now.
That
I
lady
know as the deaf girl. Sorry, Pilla, you were saying
Adam.
something?
Oh, sorry.
No, I was saying I do remember slightly that after she kills the deaf geisha girl / slave girl, she basically tells one of the kids to basically go and tell the Lord that someone broke through or whatever.
Oh,
then
yeah.
the kid that she told is the one that snitches on her. So
Oh.
it does. So it does. Because remember when they're
Oh, he
standing
snitched?
outside? Yeah, he
Oh,
snitched.
okay.
So because that
Oh,
kid is
okay.
standing outside with the whole squad, and he's like pointing at her. It's very quick, but you're like, oh, okay, cool. But
Oh,
I do
I
get you.
missed that. I missed that.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, I don't know why. Anyway, I guess that's how that turn works. But anyway, so they get into this huge fight. I mean, there's a lot of plot armor in this fight. Good God. Woo.
Yeah.
Wow. No,
Honestly
I say
speaking-
it's plot armor for the rest of the show.
Yeah, like I'm wondering, okay, were you guys given orders to just wait for her to try to figure out stuff, like to try to seal the door, to look at you guys
Dog.
from the other
No,
end?
dog, there's a scene when she's in the door and they're all stabbing the door. And I'm like, ain't nobody gonna bend down and stab underneath?
It makes, I mean, at some point it becomes very unrealistic. I understand
Look,
it's
this
action,
show
but I was like,
threw out realism a long time ago when she was doing the balancing act on the stone and backflipping to slice. But it is like you guys are supposed to be trained warriors. Why are you making such dumb decisions?
bruh.
Yeah, makes no sense, dog. But I just wanted just going back to the deaf girl thing. I remember that lady who adopted her said, do this thing, whatever, it's like and she'll know what it means. She does it, the deaf girl is like, hey, yo, what am I supposed to? She does it again.
That's the
Yeah.
thing that I was confused on. I was like, Mizu, are you misreading this? Like, maybe that girl didn't want to die.
She definitely didn't look like she had I'm ready to die eyes.
No.
It looked like she was like, oh, are you going to take me away now? That's what it looked like to me.
I was just like, yo, what?
She didn't trust her in the beginning. Like, if you were watching that, she was not, I mean, she doesn't trust easily. But I think eventually she started understanding that, okay, fine. Clearly, this person doesn't want to harm me.
Also,
But,
don't you guys
yeah.
feel like it was weird? Sorry to cut you off, but don't you guys think it was weird because Mizu's basically been rolling around with a guy who has no hands, and he's been talking about how just because I'm disabled, I'm still a person. Just because I'm disabled, I'm still a person. So the moment someone's like, "Yo, she's disabled, kill her," I was expecting like no, I don't think we should. Maybe she should join the
No,
crew.
they didn't hire her to kill her. They hired her to get her out. I think what happened is Mizu realized that this is not going to end the way it's supposed to. So she thought the best option to get everybody. I mean, again, kids snitched or whatever. But I thought the idea that I got was she was like, if I can frame this as a murder, then that girl is no more a slave. She's dead, but she's no more a slave.
I hear
And
you.
the geisha house is safe at this point.
Actually,
I think that's the reasoning.
I hear you, but when I'm like, just to go back to that whole idea of she's been rolling around with this guy with no hands, I would have thought that she would have had a little bit of more, let's say, resistance or conversation about murking this girl, even
I'm
if
with you.
it's not with her.
But I'm saying, did
so
geisha house
internally.
lady say that she must murk the girl? I didn't
I
get
think
that.
the geisha house lady did say kill her. She said go
Yeah.
into the house, kill her.
Yes, I agree with you. I also got that impression, especially when I got the impression that maybe she doesn't want to kill her.
Yeah, I
It
did get
the
some
moment
of
where-
that. Yeah, when she's holding her and she like you do see Mizu's like torn apart inside about this thing.
Yes.
But yeah, I mean, after she's torn apart for a minute, she just decides, okay. So I mean, just like how I missed the kid, I think you did also miss that she did show some sort of emotion of some sort.
Yeah.
But I get this. I think the thing is with this show, I think it does a lot with Mizu, but it doesn't take its time. Like there's a thing where it feels a little bit rushed at points.
I agree. Because there's moments where she does a lot of introspection, and in your head you're like, ish, had I gotten more of this part from her, okay, not to jump the gun, but I just want to give you guys an example. And I know you guys will probably give me reasoning behind it, but when she was burned, when she was creating the sword again, when she was naked with those markings, I felt like, okay, in as much as I get what they're trying to tell us, had I understood her a bit more, I would have felt something for that moment, But I didn't really feel much when I saw it.
I don't know. I think like the correlation as to how they were trying to say that she's broken because the sword is broken. I think that's the idea.
Right.
Is that she's being reforged in the fire to be a different person. The only thing is she doesn't do things different afterwards. I think the reason why that moment kind of loses impact is because it's supposed to represent a metamorphosis of her as a person, and it doesn't.
You see?
And like I
Yes,
think, and
yes.
that's one of the, and I think that's one of the flaws of this show is that every time they give Mizu an opportunity to change, it looks like she's gonna take it, and then she just doesn't take it, and you wonder why.
And not
I
just
mean,
me.
like you thought that she would understand how dangerous revenge is after that episode with Tigan when she basically breaks him out of the prison. But
Mm.
she goes right, and also it's just like if dude with no hands was not there, y'all were dead. And I'm
Yeah.
like, you didn't think that through at all.
And even the apprentice, like there are moments where okay, there's different like there's moments where he could have just stayed and he became a chef and learned from that other guy. There's a moment where he was with the blind what's this the blacksmith, the swordsmith, the guy. And he still left. So in my head I'm thinking, my man, like there's moments where you can actually grow as an individual, like go on your own
No, I
path.
think the thing is though is he's Germany cricket to her Pinocchio.
Yes, yes.
Like if
I
But he
he's
get
not
has no
there,
character growth. I agree with Extraordinary though. He has zero character growth. Like he's the same person he
like
is
I think the person who
at the
changes
beginning and the end.
is Tigan.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no, and the lady, what's the lady's name again?
Oh, Akemi. Yeah,
Oh,
Okay.
yo, did you guys notice something going on with her teeth in the animation? It
Yeah,
bothered
that was
so
different.
much.
Remember they said that like women are supposed to be attractive when they have black teeth or something. You don't remember that. So she did that
I
deliberately. Like
missed that.
initially she had white teeth, but she deliberately got herself to have black teeth because she's
oh yeah, I remember.
as a bride or something, she had to have like black teeth.
Oh,
So
okay.
I think that's
Well, I mean, also she didn't really interest me as a character, but every time I saw her with the black teeth, I was just like, I do not like any of this.
I actually like her character growth, to be honest. I think she
I
went
think it's,
Mm.
I don't think it was good though. Her progression for me was not good because the thing is that she had been hating this destiny forever, and she'd been trying to manipulate it to get to this guy that she wanted. And then in the end, it's like she turns around and she's like, "Nah, I think I'm good with power." And I'm just like,
Yeah,
but
I
when
get
you
it.
had the opportunity to get this thing, you didn't want it at all. And I didn't see any real metamorphosis or change because it's like if you stay, like your whole thing was freedom, and if you stay this shogun's wife, you will not, yeah, like maybe you'll be able to manipulate it from the scenes, I guess, but I don't know.
I think for me, the messaging was even if she can be someone's wife, there'll be a lot of decisions that will be made for her. I mean, what her dad did, was a clear indication of, what could happen should she continue on this path, It doesn't matter who she's with, she's still gonna be someone whose decisions are made for her. Even the guy that she trusted the most. I mean, she felt like the guy betrayed her at a point, even though the guy, like the Alfred, I don't remember that guy's name. And then only to find out that no, he was always looking out for her, So I think she just wants to make her own decisions without people making decisions for her. And for
But
her,
if she
for that,
stays the shogun's wife, that's not gonna happen.
not necessarily, because what if the shogun just decides to do something that she doesn't agree with? And I think that's why she wants that power to herself. I mean, look at what she did with the
Yeah,
prostitute.
but this is not a society where the wives get to like disagree and then they get to have like a back and forth about it.
I agree with you. I think that's where,
Her husband fits in there because he
yeah,
seemed like
yes,
he's a lot more timid or can
yes,
be manipulated in a
yes,
way.
yes.
I guess,
Not
but
the
like
not the Shogun Shogun. Shogun is him and his wife. But like the son looks like he can be manipulated.
Yes.
I
That's the
guess,
question.
but I'm just
Yeah.
like it's for me. It felt like it was weird because I was like, you hated being manipulated, then you turn into a manipulator, and like you're not going to be able to. You're not going to be able to do this the way you want to because the whole thing is like I'm gonna speak like a church mouse. And it's like you're still gonna have to do that. That guy can be as shy as he wants, but if the shogun, if the son ever feels like he's being disrespected, that's GG's for you.
You know, they're sort of trying to play her as this strategist of note. You know, just like how they made her convince a guy to, like, you know, help himself and stuff like that, like instead of actually sleeping with him and stuff. So it's like you can see like this foreshadowing of her being this smart individual who can get away with things.
I guess.
But
anyway, I didn't really get drawn to her as a character. Honestly, I was looking for Taigen and Mizu.
I was just happy that she got character development because it's basically just her and Taigen.
Yeah.
And the fact that they at least did something, I was pleased with.
Yeah, I get that. I mean, the thing is with Mizu, I like her as a character a lot. I just think that the story doesn't give her room to grow. Like, the what's there is good, but it's flat.
I agree.
Oh, he made it.
Yeah.
Oh. Hey, guys, it's Goku.
Hi.
Yeah.
Oh, I have the wrong background, I think.
No. So I mean, we're still gonna talk about Pluto. This is just the first half where we talk about Blue-Eyed Samurai.
I need a Goku moment, guys. I need to come in late.
Kakarot.
Oh yeah, you're the only one that didn't have a Goku moment. But I just want to say something quick. I think I agree with you, Buckmeister. You see, if Mizu was maybe like in an actual anime from Japan, Mizu probably could have been one of the most iconic characters in all of anime.
I think the thing is that one of the failings of the show, and I don't think this is particular to anime or particular to Western media. I just think one of the failings, because I've seen this in anime too. There's characters that go in circles. A perfect example of this was an anime I was recently watching. I think it's called. It has something to do with vampires. I can't remember the name of it now. Seraph of the End. There we go.
Okay.
Seraph of the End. I was reading it, and like the main character in Seraph of the End, the more you read the manga, the more frustrating that character gets because he's just stuck in a cycle and a loop.
Right.
All the agency he had in the beginning of the story is gone, and he's just this psychopath of a kid that's prepared to destroy the whole world to save his friends, which doesn't make any sense. And he's forgiving people who have wronged him left and right. And and I know the show's trying to communicate, or the manga's trying to communicate, that the character is mentally broken, but it's just frustrating to be caught in this loop that I got the point by the third chapter. You don't need to. By the third chapter into this arc, I understand where the character is. You need to change it now. You need to do something else. So, right. But with Mizu here, I think the thing is that one of the failings is that they give her a constant opportunity to change. She says she's going to change, and then they regress her again. And it's just like, I understand that for the first 4 times you do it, but if we're on the 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th time you're doing it now, it's losing its potency.
I get you, because she doesn't even grow for the worse. Like, she stays exactly the same. Like, there's nothing she does, like, even like killing the deaf geisha girl, or I don't know. I'm trying to think of anything she does where I'm like, wow, she really crossed the line and this changed her character.
But I'm saying, I think that's the thing is that they wanted to create. They're trying to create an anti-hero.
No, there is a line that she's gonna cross, or that she's not going to cross. I think they're heavily implying it on they heavily implied it on the last episode where she, quote unquote, is gonna spare the annoying white man so he can go attack the other annoying white man.
We must also talk about him, but one of the episodes I love though, which was and it solidified why I like Mizu a lot. I like her. I don't think they progress her as much as they need to, but I do think I like her. One of the episodes was that Onryo episode, when it was telling like her backstory. First off, that samurai dude is a bitch. that dude that she was with, he ain't shit. He ain't nothing. Oh my husband. He was so mad. I was so mad.
Husband, I think a lot of women need to watch that episode and be like, yeah, I know this nigga.
I was so mad because I had such hope for the guy. I had such hope for him. Because
Yeah.
he was cool.
Disappointed
Like
you
they
about
were
him.
developing. I liked the relationship. The relationship was solid, and then he loses one fight and he turns total bitch man.
But did he have to? You know what? Maybe I am.
Okay, wait.
looking at it from
Which
different
husband is this?
Mizu's
The guy
husband.
Don't you
was
remember
fighting
the
with
episode
Flashback
of the
husband.
Unreal, the flashback?
Oh, yeah.
Did
Spear
he
guy.
have to die? Did he have to die? That's all I'm saying. 'Cause
He should
no,
have
because-
helped.
No,
because
but
he
listen.
killed Mrs. Mom.
Let me
He killed
give
Mrs.
bitch niggas a rope here. So
Okay, how does this go?
because what we're thinking is the mom snitched, right? The mom sold her out.
Yes. I think the mom
So
did. Yeah.
so he ran away. That was his crime. That was his crime.
Yeah.
I'm trying
But-
to look for my notes.
It's bitch
Continue.
nigga husband. Right there. So then he runs away. And then he comes back. He comes back and he
He
wants
didn't
to
help. He
He
did
did-
not help.
But he came back. He could have easily have been like, I'm out. I don't need it.
No, dog.
But
His
he came
moment
back.
of
So
truth was
I'm
when
not saying
he was facing 6, 7 samurai. That was the moment to jump in, dog.
so I'm not saying, oh my gosh, my husband's back. We need to be together again. All I'm saying is, does he have to die?
I
could
said
just
she-
leave.
He killed
She
Mrs.
asked.
Mom,
She
dog.
asked for
But
help,
the
dog.
mom
What do you
snitched.
expect?
She also
No,
didn't
I'm saying
care about
she asked for help, dog. Like that was the one dude who promised her to see her as she was supposed to be seen, and the minute that she needed that, he turned into everybody else, and it was like you're supposed
that
to know
a-
better than that.
Is that a crime worth death? That's all I'm saying.
No, it's a crime because
Let me tell
that
you.
moment,
Let me
Okay.
explain.
Don't
Can I explain
die.
something?
Okay,
Can I explain
okay.
something?
Okay.
Can I explain something quickly?
Yeah.
This is how I saw it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was a bitch nigga, and then he came back. I agree with you. I don't think that was, reason for him to die and whatever. Ne? And he apologized. I get that. But I think he died because he killed Mizu's mom. Despite what Mizu's mom did, it's still Mizu's mom. So Mizu was probably thinking, yes, I know my mom was wilding, but you shouldn't have killed her because I'm gonna kill you. I think that's what happened there.
Fair enough.
No, it felt like
going
she was done with both of them. I think it felt like she was done with all of it.
Yeah,
I
but
think-
she was not gonna kill them until the guy killed the mom first.
I wanted to add to that, rather to add a little bit more credence to what Buckmaster is saying in this context. Her decision, but they were busy wrestling. While they're busy wrestling in the background, she was actually beginning to walk away.
Mm.
Yes.
That symbol and then when he killed her and then she killed him,
Exactly.
it was symbolic to her deciding to cut off any ounce of what remains of her humanity. She wasn't necessarily
Because
just
the
killing.
whole thing is that him turning
She
on
wasn't
her.
necessarily just punishing him for killing her mom and stuff like that. There may be evidence for that, and I won't discount that. But I'm trying to just say, for me, the more pertinent thing, she was basically pulling an Anakin with the younglings. She's killing the last remnants of her humanity at that moment. Anything that's gonna keep her from the path of vengeance right now is something to hold her back, and she will not tolerate it anymore. She was purging she was purging what kindness was the left in her, and it was symbolized in the only man that ever saw her for her.
No, you've sold me. That was, I think you got.
Yeah, no, that's
I
yeah,
see it.
that makes sense. That
She
makes sense.
she was basically
He should have
getting
just said it first.
She was getting a Sharingan, a Mangeku Sharingan. Yeah, I get it.
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah.
Because the other thing is, right, when he turned on her, that was her whole childhood all over again. That was every Japanese person looking, and like that was the one guy who promised her who gave her the hope that she was different to him. Pella, she almost gave up her warrior life.
Yeah.
She almost gave up her warrior life for this dude. She put on the makeup and everything. She was not going to go for vengeance or anything. She was just going to be this man's wife and call it a day.
She was trying to learn how to
Because
cook.
this guy, I'm saying, like, because this guy was giving
She
her something. He was giving her something. Like, he took her horse riding, you know.
She
Like,
became
was
the
trying to-
Makoti.
trying to be the daughter that the mom wanted her to be.
Yeah,
Basically.
she became the proper Makoti. And like, I need to be a proper Makoti for my man. I need to learn how to cook. My man can protect me. I am on with my husband, and then jiggy
Because
jiggy.
that was also character development. Like I think that was one of the things that solidified it because it was a significant change. She went from vengeful samurai to somebody who was prepared to settle down, and then she got hella disappointed and she had to regret. Like that was one of the times when the regression was actually pertinent to the story, which is
And
why
I
it
feel
was
like,
one of my favorite
yeah,
episodes.
Which I know is a common thing that pushes the narrative because I find it like a cop-out writing in some cases because it feels like no, she has to be because people will be mean to her and then look, she tried to be a good person, but then nothing happens and nothing comes out from being a good person. But for me, it always feels like yeah, shit happens in life. People that you're supposed to be kind, people you are supposed to kind to turn out to turn out turn out to be assholes at some point in their lives. Every single person you care about is going to come around and disappoint you in one way or another. And your decisions then to throw away every single aspect of good in yourself for the sake of these people so that you hate your entire life and you have to be cursed in this vengeance lifestyle just because bitch ass nigga ain't shit. You could have gotten another bitch ass man. I mean really.
no, I get you. I think it's, I
But
think
I think the
I
thing
don't
is
want
though, Ne, is that one is that that was set up by her mom, quote
Yeah.
unquote. So Mizu was doing it for her mom first. Like it
yeah,
wasn't because of him.
Mhm.
He
yes.
only turned out to be a somewhat decent man in this, because hey, outside of Tiger, it's slim pickings.
Even Tigan is question
It's
mark.
questionable. I think the only decent man is the blind
No,
guy. Obviously,
he's
it's
not
not.
he's not that questionable. He starts out questionable, but he's not that questionable. Not really compared to everybody else.
And the
But
chef.
yeah, and the chef. But I'm saying like yeah, so she was doing it for her first. Then that guy turned out to be somewhat decent. Then they actually get to the point where she's prepared to actually show him who she really is. And he encourages it. And then when he's winning, it's all great. When she kicks it up a notch and breaks the dress, then now the nigga mad. And it's just like, but why? And I think and the thing is, she regresses because it dredges up everything that she thought she buried or everything that she thought she was gonna bury. Like she wasn't in it to get a man. It wasn't about getting a man per se. Like Mizu is, and it's a frustrating character trait because she refuses to be happy because she's like, if I don't get my vengeance, and it's like I don't think you need it. I think you'd be fine.
I
But
think
no,
she's constantly trying to find something to live for, because I guess her life doesn't really have much meaning without that. If you really think about it, like if she doesn't go out seeking vengeance, what else is there to do for her? I mean, everybody sees her as a demon. Nobody wants to hang around
yeah,
her.
but like to Develo's point and like why that Unreal episode was like really impactful to the story and why the story needed
Just a
it.
second and take this call.
No, not a problem. But like to Develo's point and why the story needed it was because that guy, in a sense, before he turned his back on her, taught her to see herself as something else.
Mm.
She didn't need vengeance until that happened. Like there was a point where she was good.
Yeah.
Everything was good. She was sleeping again.
I don't know if
She,
it was just me. Sorry, but
yeah.
I don't know if it was
No, go
just
ahead.
me, but like compared to other vengeance stories or revenge stories, I felt like her revenge was not that, what's the word, like urgent or necessary. Because I don't know why when I was watching this, I kept thinking Kill Bill, Kill Bill, Kill Bill, Kill Bill, right? And they'll even make a few references to Kill Bill throughout this. But I'm like, when they show the bride get shot in the head and all that stuff, then I was like, damn girl, you deserve your revenge. And like, the Vaseline guy and all that. I was like, you know what? These people deserve to die.
Vaseline
That's how.
guy?
Oh, sorry, I was referencing a Kill Bill character. The
Oh.
I'm Buck and I like to fuck that guy.
Oh, oh, oh. No, say less. I heard you.
Yeah,
No.
so kill him. You know what I mean? Those moments of yes, kill him. And I didn't have that yet because like even like when she's going around murking people and stuff, I'm like, if you had just lived your life, it's not like these people are after you anymore. I feel like you are forcing the issue.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean? Like, I don't know if it was just me. Maybe I was just like,
No,
No, I
get
mean
it.
yes, but I get why she's forcing the issue. She's obviously forcing the issue. Like it's obvious.
it's evident.
Like
Yeah.
because it's like she has way too many options right now to hide if she wants to. But I get why she's forcing the issue because it's just like they call that like this is it. This is everything they made me. And I'm like it's like yeah, it's not fair that I must be this horrible thing where I was forced to run as a child forever and ever and ever, and these dudes just get to chill at their ivory tower and nothing happens to them. Like they and also it's vengeance for my mother because it's like I was born out of violation. I know this. Like I know somebody took advantage of my mother.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I get that part.
I hear you, but I think going back to what Pila was saying about her interactions with like maybe the chef or the deaf girl, it's like, dude, these people as well are looked down on by society, just like you are. Shouldn't that teach you something? I do get that obviously there are different reasons behind them looking down on. I mean, she's seen as a demon, where else these ones are still seen as Asians despite their disabilities. But at the end of the day, they're treated differently. So in my head, I'm thinking, shouldn't this be a lesson to you? Like, shouldn't you just realize that there are people who are also looked down on that you can just relate to and just be with instead of just seeking this aimless thing that you're trying to.
Yeah, but I mean, it's the whole it's part of the violation thing. Like she like one, it was like I didn't ask to be born, and two, y'all killed my mother after violating her. Like it's not like nothing can happen. I understand where the motivation is coming from. I just think that they don't when they're supposed to have moments of character development for her outside of that Onryo episode, they never commit to it. I think that's one of the biggest issues. Like for example, right, when Akemi gets taken by those guard palace people, right, and she turns around and she says, "I'm not a samurai." I liked that a lot because I was just like, yeah. She never said she was one. Two, it was like Akemi, what did you think was gonna happen? Like really? And everybody's looking at her like she should have done something. She just fought 50 men.
But
50
that's why
men solo.
That's why
Like,
I know you like Mizu. Personally, I like Akemi, and I think that's why I'm saying that her hold to power. It's moments like that. Moments like that make you realize why she wants power at the end. Because you realize, like I said, people are making decisions for her. People are sort of like it's like she has no choice whatsoever in any situation. Yes, she is entitled. Yes, she expects people to always, sort of like take care of her and protect her. But it gets to a point where she's just fed up with all of it. And she's like, you know what, screw this. I'm going to try and protect myself. I'm going to try to find a way.
yeah, but Mizu did that for her protection.
No, I agree with you. But, I mean, look, her weakness is that she's ungrateful. She's entitled. She's spoiled. I'm talking about Akemi, not Mizu. Because I mean, obviously,
Is she though?
Mizu didn't
She
own
is.
anything.
Not
Mizu
that
doesn't own
okay.
anything.
Spoiled is not the word.
I'm grateful I can get, but spoiled is a bit of a stretch.
Spoiled is not the word. I think the word is it's headstrong. Like most of the women in this show get headstrong for no reason because it's just like you went into the wilderness. You have no skills of survival, and you just want to find your boyfriend, who said that once he gets his honor, he's coming back. And okay, fine, you don't want to marry.
No, okay. I also wanted to add a little bit of context on that. That boyfriend is dumb as hell. If he can't get over himself to marry you, to marry you so that he can go live the rest of your life in peace, but he has to, for the sake of quote unquote honor, something that you can't eat, sleep, or or okay, I'm not gonna let me censor myself.
Yeah, hey,
You
honor
can't
has a lot to do with a lot of things.
Yeah, but you can't eat honor, you can't sell honor, you can't do anything. She
Yeah.
needs a practical man who can say, "Girl, if I can't marry you right now, your douchebag father is gonna sell you off." So the first thing out of the like, let's get married, and that's what she was trying to communicate to this man, like, bro, I don't have time for you to go chasing around for this imaginary honor. So he made his choice in a sense, and then she
No,
had to
I
wait.
mean, I get that. I get that.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that she constantly puts herself in danger and then is surprised when the danger is there. And I'm just like, that was one of my things with her. I'm just like, look, they told you to hide in the cellar. Why are you out there with a knife? I die free. You don't want to. The minute that the people are there with the blades, you cower. You did not have a face of a person who was ready to check out. And then two, you're mad at her for not protecting you from the guard people. And okay, I get that, but I'm just like, she just fought 50 men solo dolo by herself to protect this geisha house that you bonded to. Like,
And
Izu
the
did not have
audacity
the strength
and
to
the
now
absolute
fight another
audacity to
people.
tell Mizu to attack like she's like her chosen Pokemon. Mizu, I choose you.
Like, that's what I'm saying is where Kemi gets to me a little bit. And I'm just like, everybody needs to just think a little bit about this situation because there's no way Mizu had the strength to now deal with two other people after she fought a whole house of assassins. But anyway,
Even if she did, the absolute audacity to think that she would just listen to you for the sake of listening to you.
Entitled.
Yeah, so
but anyway, yeah.
I get that. I also get the fact that it had to take the other lady from the geisha to like, woman, you are in the most privileged position of power that any woman would die to have. And here you are complaining. We came and slept our way throughout all this town, all the villages in town to come see this princess, and it turns out to be you. And here you are, all pouty face and say, "Oh no, I'm marrying what? Do you have you learned nothing?"
Can I ask you guys something? What are your thoughts on, which I think is probably the standout episode in terms of animation, when she gets into the tower and she's, fighting everybody, and I think that we even get is it zombie monkeys?
Yeah, yeah.
She was hot.
The animation was so dope though. I do love the animation of that episode. I think all of it is striking and everything. It does get a little bit video gamey, I guess, because she has to fight her way
It
up the
seems like
tower.
what's that Prince of Persia? That, where the walls
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sands of Time. Sands of Time.
Sands of Time, yes.
Yeah. And like the other thing is she's terrible. Like this show can't decide whether Mizu is a ninja or not. That's confusing to me because she's great at sneaking until she isn't.
Yeah. And also, I feel like they also stole a bit from Cowboy Bebop. I don't know if you guys are familiar with that episode where Spike had to save Faye Valentine from Vicious. That whole thing of jumping from the window and all of that. That's Cowboy Bebop, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I like that bit, and I like that she prioritized saving Tigan over trying to get vengeance. I thought that was a really good moment as well. But then the problem is the next episode she goes right back to who she was before, and
It's like, yo, what happened to your leg? Like, okay, all of a sudden you're healed?
That made no sense.
Has that boosts are off the charts.
Look, after she backflipped off the rock to cut somebody in half, I accepted that Mizu is superhuman. I stopped questioning anything. She beat the four greatest assassins of all time, and she backflipped
Caucasian ancestors. Okay, that's when because at that moment I thought, no, they have to be related to this angry white man that she's trying to kill because
nonsense.
And the whole build up to think, oh, maybe he's not the father, maybe he is the father, maybe he's not the father. All if I to turn out like, no, you are tall, just like this other guy.
You are not the father. Oh!
I'll tell you right now, I did not like that. Let's talk about Tigan quick though before we wrap up. So anybody that's trying to get an episode to episode breakdown, there's not a lot that goes episode to episode. You kind of have to talk about this thing as a whole. I think if this came out week to week, it would be a very frustrating show, personally.
At least they mitigated. At least as the show got, there were less and less titties, buns, and balls. But I was fast forwarding through many of these things. Like, I won't lie, because
it was the episode where the white man was just going around like different places where there was a lot of those.
So yeah, I mean, just to get to Tigan, because I do want to hone in on that villain, because I think I have a very big criticism of him. He's a very big criticism for me of this show. But just to hone in on Tigan, I did like Tigan's character progression. That eventually he realized that he needs to let go of this honor thing. I thought that was very well done. The one moment where he had Mizu plot armor is when he pulls a Mizu move that he was complaining about. I know that was probably supposed to be funny, but it just felt like a little bit of weak writing. Because I would have liked to have seen Tigan be way more of a strategist than Mizu was. I think that would have been a very good. I understand where you're coming from, Develo, but I'm saying the fact that he was complaining about how headstrong she is, it would have been nice to see him pull a different maneuver from her, which he doesn't, because he basically does the same thing she does, and it works out for some reason.
No, I wanted to add to that, dude. I wanted to show that why it kind of checked in this context. The reason why he criticizes Mrs. Headstrongness, and then he's because he finally sees himself. Because but everything that he fought Mizu on is like something that he embodied to the nth degree. It's not that Mizu was taking things to extremes. And then he says, "Oh wow!" Then it's like he clicks. It's like, "Oh, is this me? Is this me all the time? Am I this stupid? Oh God, I need to rethink my life."
Yeah, I mean, I get that, but I'm just saying, like, the fact that he was just like, she's arrogant, she's headstrong, she would probably just charge head on into 50. And I'm just like, he's supposed to be like samurai trained in the battle tactics. Like, he was a traditional, like, strategist trained samurai. I would have liked to have seen, like, I would have liked to have him have that moment of realization there with the hand. I'm saying, if I was writing it, I would have liked to have seen him have that realization that you're talking about with the armors, dude, and say that, while Mizu does this, we're gonna try something else.
And the also some things that you need to highlight. Remember this, for all intents and purposes, it's a European presentation of what they thought Japanese culture was. So they've done a lot of research, and kudos to them. And from that, and more often than not, the samurai mindset is always headstrong, charge into battle, think about consequences later. The whole think sneakily, start fires in their camps. Those are the ninja stuff. Disgusting. We'll never do ninjas. We'll never do ninja stuff. Or
but in this period that you're talking about, from the little research that I did, because I remember playing Ghost of Tsushima, and people were talking about how stupid it was for Jin's uncle to judge his tactics, is that they were saying that samurai at that time were not preoccupied with honor.
Oh no! This is no. This is not after. This is after the Warring States period.
Oh, but like they were saying that, like, it was baked into, because they studied the art of war with Sun Tzu and all of that stuff.
No. During the Warring States period, trust me, there was on. I never heard of it. What is that?
So yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is like, I think it would have been a nice juxtaposition with Tigan for Tigan to do something different from Mizu. I just thought, for me, that was just like, I didn't like that. But anyway.
To show that this is after the Warring States periods, they had restrictions on people from traveling. People couldn't just go willy-nilly from province to province. You needed the Jogan's express permission to come see him. It was clearly after the Warring States period. This is after the I forgot which, is it the Tokugawa shogunate that took over? Comment below. But this is clearly after that whole mess happened. After. But
I mean, like, what I'm saying is that I do like that Tigan had an air of practicality to him a little bit. Like, he let go of this vengeance thing the minute that they had to get out of there together, even though, Oh, sorry. I was like, yo, are you in the Shadow Realm?
No, the system is still. I think I have no idea what's going on, Sugi.
All right. Anyway, let's just keep it going. So yeah, I also liked their dynamic. I thought that they worked well together and all of that stuff. And I'm like, Tigan knew that this was a woman. He was pressed up way too close to her to be like, they bumped genitalia at some point.
That was what's that movie again? Goldfinger moment.
Nah, for me it was Mulan. You know, it was giving Mulan at some point. It's like,
It
Yeah,
gave
no. So at
Mulan
some
right
point,
from
the general.
episode
At some
one.
point, like that's why in that movie when they find out she's a woman, I was like, bro, you had to have known at some point. Like you.
his
But anyway.
disappointment was like, I can't believe I had feelings for a woman. I was crushing on this guy. He was the hottest man I've ever seen in my life, and turns out to be some chick. Ugh.
That
Ah,
reminds
that's
me,
funny.
I remember having a conversation with a friend of mine a long time ago with White Chicks when Terry Crews finds out that Marlon is black. We're like, wait, so you were not disappointed that it's a guy. You were disappointed that it's black.
Well, at that point, it's established. He already slept with the white guy.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Why was he after a white
yeah, I
chick?
haven't watched.
Anyway.
I haven't watched
Remember,
that movie in a while.
he slept with that other guy.
And it was on a wheelchair, I
I
remember.
was just like, what happened? And then he's like, he puts his hand next to him. I fell. Like,
Wild.
Wait,
Uh,
I'm assuming we're doing final thoughts.
Oh no, I want to talk about the villain. We got to talk about the
Oh.
villain quick. Who's getting load shedded when?
He's
Oh,
such a-
I'm at 10.
Oh,
yeah,
right.
I'm also at 10, but it won't affect me much. He's just a tip. For me, he's kind of like a Disney villain. In
No,
the
he was such a
design.
weak, like he was not intimidating at all.
Yeah.
I get that they were trying to give him that whole Christian air thing and they did that whole reveal thing, but I did not. And also, I don't know if maybe it's an inherent bias of mine, but if I see you taking a Tengu mask up the butt, you don't scare me that much.
Like
who took
Oh,
a Tengu mask?
during his villain monologue.
Yeah, it was just like
You took a Tengu mask up the butt? Did I
remember
miss
when I was
something?
when I was
you
telling
probably
you,
fast forwarded through it.
it was an episode where he was traveling around,
Mm.
and there was a moment where he was talking to this other guy, and yeah, it is revealed that some lady was using a
I
mask.
tell you can finish.
Yeah.
And I think the thing is, up until that point, he hadn't done anything to establish himself as scary. So when we get to that moment and I see him chest-haired, Tengu mask up the butt, I'm like, dog, you have not shown me that you're scary in the slightest. What you've shown me is that you're freaky, and that's about it, I guess.
Yeah, I want like one. The thing you get about him is that he's a practical, he's nonchalant, he is obscenely overconfident, and yeah, sure, there are elements that show he is skilled with a blade. For what reason, I have no idea.
Right?
It's like, wow, are you that good? How are you so good in combat? What did you do? Since when do you know the samurai way? Like,
Hey, Chief.
there were two of
Also,
I mean-
like,
I
there's
mean, you
so
are
many
straight up-
moments where Mizu could kill him, and I'm just like, why is she not taking, like, this is not the character you guys have presented to me up until this point. Like,
No,
why
no,
is she taking
I
the
wanted
time?
to say that there were moments where it was reminding me of Count Dooku's. Like, why are you so skilled suddenly? Two warriors, two elite warriors in the middle of Shabila pose.
And everything. It was actually frustrating. He's
then
a technical genius. He's a weapons master. He's also good with swords. He's great.
And he's negotiating with the Japanese. It's like, okay, so you're this all-rounder guy. You're also negotiating with the Japanese. Like, you can do everything, Musway.
And he killed the shogunate, and then the wife said, "No, those men have showed they have no honor. They must stay there and burn." It's like, bitch, you do need a cabinet, don't you?
Also, they didn't all conspire.
No, bitch. They failed. They must die. As is the way.
And I think they noticed that. I think that's why they sort of like alluded to like season 2 because they realized, okay, he ain't the main villain. Like, there's no way this.
Yeah, but like, there's no like. I think that's one of my things that I'm just like, they can't stretch this out.
I'm not gonna watch season 2. I don't care if it comes out. You're gonna watch it without me. I'm so sorry. I do not have the energy. I don't have any more energy.
This is your Ahsoka. You're checking out.
I am done.
Yeah, because to me, it seems like what's gonna happen is he's gonna turn from villain to ally. Then he's gonna be like an anti-hero, and she's gonna have to be facing people from
Then
London.
it's going to be the Lost Princess arc basically. She's going to go into London, then she's going to be hated in London for totally different reasons. Because here she was hated for being
It's
blue-eyed.
like
Then she's going to be hated for being
uh,
Japanese, and then she's
yeah.
going to be like she doesn't fit anywhere. And then obviously, the Samurai Boy is gonna realize, oh, my bae has gone across the seas. I'm gonna go after my beloved. It's going to like, my love, I've come to rescue you.
I don't know how many times we've seen such stories. Ugh. But we'll see
So,
how it goes.
Like, I'm just saying, I think they should have
Oh,
closed it out this season. I think they
You-
should have closed it out this season, and then if they wanted to do a
And-
season 2, have the white people just go to Japan and declare war and call it a day.
and trust me, since I know it's Netflix, I know what's going to happen. Season 2, mid-season 3 cancelled.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
I just think that they should have kept it to, like, they should have just said that.
Well, of course
okay,
they should have.
like they could have just done the thing where, like, she killed the dude, and then it's like the other two white dudes are like, he got killed. He was supposed to be untouchable. Who is
Yeah.
this person? Who did what? They're messing with our network, and then they just go after her that way.
Yeah.
And then
Also-
she's living a peaceful life on the island, and then she has to do it John Wick style, where they take her out of retirement. That would have been much better than her going to London.
Also, don't they keep alluding that there were 4 white guys, and then she keeps saying there's only 3 because I killed the other one. Who is the other guy that we never get to see?
And
You never get to see
I didn't care about him because I
He's
was
so
just like, it's another
he's so-
person on the hit
he's
list.
so
But that's why
insignificant.
her not killing. But I'm saying that's why her not killing this dude didn't make sense to me. I was like, this is not who you have been up until this point. You have never been reasonable. You have never tried to negotiate. You've never looked for information. You
And-
usually have just been slice and dice the minute you get there. So
And Mr.
where
Bad
is this
Guy.
coming from?
This is the kind of stuff that always bothers me. Like, do you speak English? Or was this guy speaking to you in Japanese? Like,
Yeah.
like, were you speaking Japanese with this guy? Was this guy speaking Japanese to everybody?
I'm guessing so.
Okay.
Hey man, it is what it is.
Anyway,
He's the evil Batman. He knows all the languages. He knows all the martial arts. He's evil Batman.
guys, let's
So
say-
he was praying in Japanese when he was in the chapel and was telling God like it's going to make people
gonna
worship
help
you.
him or whatever. I don't know.
It's soapy logic, dog. Everybody speaks different languages and soapies, and they all understand each other.
That's true. Okay,
that-
guys, let's share final thoughts quickly because I want
Okay.
us to get
Yeah, again, great concept, possible iconic character, but you guys didn't flesh it out enough. Looks great, but you guys didn't flesh out this character enough, or the world enough, I
Yeah.
think.
Yeah.
And also taking her to London, bad idea. I would retcon that immediately and just have her kill the dude in his cellar and go back to Japan.
to. Okay. Pila?
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, I was gonna say some good moments of writing and fleshing out. Unfortunately, not distributed to all the characters. Great visual fight scenes, even if they are a tad bit unrealistic. The hook is not strong enough for more than a season 1. No disrespect, and that's where I stand with the show.
My thoughts simple. Look, it's not a nothing burger, but it's not worth it's not worth the 8 hours I'd give for season 2. Sure, there are some historically relevant moments, like the fire that happened in Kyoto is a historical event, by the way. People don't know that Kyoto did burn down to the ground. It did happen, which led to which was basically like the countdown sequence to the Meiji Restoration. We'll talk about that in another time, maybe when you're talking about Kenshin. But apart from that, it's respectful to the Japanese culture. People were busy dyeing their teeth. Women are doing strange things to themselves. It was a hard knock life for both genders. But apart from that, it didn't pull me. I can't say I was. I can't say I was intrigued. You know, it's thoroughly forgettable in my mind. Come at me, it's fine.
Yeah, I share everybody's sentiment. I think it could have been done a lot better. There is something good there. I think that's why it was even greenlit. But it just feels like it lacks a bit of authentic storytelling in some aspects.
It effed up the landing.
It lacks a lot of follow through, I think. I
Yeah.
think they set up a lot of things just to drop them. And it's
Yeah.
like that's always frustrating when a story does that.
Yeah.
Like the reason why the Unreal episode stuck out in my mind so much, because that was the first time we saw Mizu in a different light from where we had seen her up until that point. And then they did follow through on that. And then they actually show why she reverted backwards. I think they needed to do more of that throughout the series.
Right.
Anyway, yeah.
Those are our thoughts, guys. Please let us know your thoughts in the description down below. And thank you so much for checking this out. All right, now we're going to be doing Pluto.
See you guys in the next videos.
Cool. Cheers, bye. Bye-bye.
Peace.